Hello, all, and welcome to Season 3, Week 1 of the Nexverse tournament. And I'm excited to start a new season. Season 2 was really great. I am Diabletes here, and casting with me today is the all-awesome, great Chrono Cloud. How you doing today, buddy?
Hey, doing well. Happy to be here. I would like a little more excitement from you. You do not sound as excited as I am. Like you said, this is the first week of Season 3. Season 2 is pretty awesome. I think every subsequent season has been gotten more and more interesting. We've seen the level of play go up and up and up. So anything can happen, and I'm very, very excited.
Oh, trust me, I am too, man. It's just right now, I am so exhausted with all the heroes that have happened today. I don't know if you've caught any of the qualifiers that were going on in the NA or EU scene today. We saw like every pick imaginable today. We saw a Tychus in the highest level of competitive play today, so it's been pretty crazy.
Tychus is so badass. Why wouldn't you use Tychus?
Because, he's not considered the best hero, but I definitely agree with you in the fact that he's a really, really fun guy to play with. And
He's so fun to play. So fun.
So, yeah.
This is the cat. He's going to be here periodically.
Alright, so it looks like we actually will release have our first draft really soon here. We're waiting on. It's going to be SRG Infested, a newcomer that I really haven't seen here before. I don't know. You've had a little bit more experience, Chrono.
Versus no, the name doesn't ring a bell for me either. So.
King of Blade Omega, which we definitely know about Kings of Blade around here.
Yes. That one I'm more familiar with. These other guys, though, new. So anything can happen. Do we have the first bracket? The draft, is that ready yet or not yet?
It's not quite ready yet.
That's okay. Let's talk about where the game is going, because we have two big announcements, the Necro and the Mage. And the Mage has had her spotlight released. I don't believe the Necro has yet. What are your thoughts?
I really love the Mage myself. I've tried her a little bit on PTR, and the amount of burst that she has is it's just completely crazy. So, but I would love to talk about that. We'll have plenty of time, but I'm about to send you a link right here.
Oh, beautiful.
So, right now.
There we go. I see it here.
And we are going to start off on map bands right now. So what kind of maps are you looking forward to seeing?
I'm hoping to see the ones that I personally find the most enjoyable. Dragonshire. A lot of people hate it. I love it. I like seeing the back and forth over the two shrines. Hopefully we'll also see some Battlefield of Eternity. I think that one doesn't get enough love. And Towers of Doom. I haven't seen too much competitive play on Towers of Doom, and it's so different from all the other maps. I would love to see some teams have at it on that one. What about yourself?
For me, I definitely agree with you. I would love to see a Towers of Doom match. I recently saw, I can't remember exactly where it was, but Resurgence was playing Cognitive on Towers of Doom, and they actually built up a lead where it was like 40-3, and Cognitive came all the way back to, they still lost, but it was like 3-0 at the very end, so definitely an interesting.
It's so different from the norm that, and I think it confuses a lot of people. At least I don't know that there's like a particular established strategy for that map yet. So I'd love to see it, and it's still up there. Hasn't been banned yet. So
yeah, I know it's always like they're trying to tempt us here because we've seen enough Curse Hollow and Sky Temple, but here it is. It's still two left.
I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed on this one. We're gonna see.
All right.
Come on, Towers of Doom.
Yeah, you know that they want to. In the back of their mind, those players, they're like, we want to play on Towers of Doom, and we want to do it as soon as possible. But and we have it on Towers of Doom.
Here we go. Towers of Doom. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. So, what are you looking forward to in picks and bans right here?
Well, the only thing I'm curious about is will we see the new character that's out, whose name totally is not coming to me right now. I'm blanking out.
Lunar?
The Wolf Dude.
Oh, Greymane.
Greymane, thank you. That's bad. That's bad. And especially for someone who has played World of Warcraft. Yes, Greymane. I'm kind of curious to see if we will see him. Obviously, he's still new, so I don't know if teams have kind of integrated him into the mix. But I think his ability to jump in and finish people off and also still disengage when necessary can be very useful to round out a team. So
I totally agree, but it's kind of interesting right here that the first bans that we see have nothing to do with Tyrande or Zagara, and are actually Thrall and Falstad. So a little bit different strategy from these teams coming out from the start.
very true. I'm not super surprised in Falstad. Falstad just had a recent buff to damage. Although they did increase the cooldown of Hinterland Blast, most teams don't. Most professional teams, I feel like, don't go with Hinterland Blast anyway. So that doesn't really detract from anything. Thrall, I'm surprised by. Thrall is not what I would consider generally a deadly character.
Yeah, I totally. Thrall, I mean, he's obviously like probably one of the best melee heroes right now, but I wasn't sure I'd prioritize a first ban on him, like you're saying, and it does. But they did allow King of Blades Omega to get Tyrande, which even in her nerf form right now, she's still an extremely strong hero.
That's true. Extremely versatile. You've got the heal, you got damage increase, you got the stun from the Lunar Flare. Even with, as you mentioned, the recent nerfs to her, still very potent character in the right hands.
Yeah, and we do see SRG Infested here pick up Johanna, so we do see that King of Blade Omega does have a healer, so maybe they'll look to ban a healer here, and it does look at they're hovering over Lieutenant Morales because they don't look like they don't want to play against her, which rightfully so. Medic is really strong at this point in the game.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's funny since they buffed the health and the regen on her. You're seeing her played a lot more often.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to go the safe route and assume that, hey, we know that there are really good medics out there, but Uther just has such a huge impact in the game, so we're going to ban out Uther.
And that is true. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest. And you can't fault them for it. He's still, I would consider, the best.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those supports that, it takes some getting used to when you have a piano that you're trying to play, but just his ultimate, even if you can't do everything right with him, if you can have a clutch divine shield, it can change an entire team fight.
Absolutely. Let me take a look here. What do you think about the Diablo ban? Is that surprising to you at all?
It's not too surprising to me because, I guess if you're looking at straight win rates of the tanks in the game, Diablo has the highest win rate, but they probably could have done something else if they didn't really want to see it, because Muradin is still a very solid tank, and they're going to be able to pick up Muradin here, unless SRG Infested is going for a double tank strategy.
Right. Absolutely. I think we'll have to see how it plays out. It looks like King of Blades. Now, is that Sonya? Is that Sonya picked, or are they still considering her?
That is Sonya being hovered over.
Oh, okay.
So most likely, with the time winding down, they are going to do the Sonya, and Sonya plus Tassadar. That's definitely a really good combo that we've seen, the entire existence since those two heroes have been together. But it seems like really they're going for a lot of really good support play for their melee front line that they're going to have, including their tank. And SRG Infested seems to go for more of kind of a wombo combo, which with Zagara's Maw to Kael'thas's damage and Chain Bomb and Johanna's setup. So it's a pretty interesting contrast of styles.
Right. I think look at that. Change terrainer. I think you hit the nail on the head. That is definitely the strategy of the two teams. I'm trying to remember. I think SRG got at least to the semis in the past. Then I want to say they at least got through one or two of the levels, or past one or two of the competitors. It looks like the Rainer was picked over the Sonya. So I guess they're trying to play more conservatively. If you look, everyone here is ranged. No one is melee at all.
Yeah, definitely interesting here, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of warrior, they're going to go with, which I would imagine it would be Muradin, but we're just going to have to see with the setup exactly what's going to happen here. SRG Infested still needs to pick up some sort of healer, so I would not be surprised to maybe see some sort of...
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely need to pick up a healer. Still a lot of options open to them. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a Karazim. He's extremely versatile, but also Malfurion would be the safe pick here. He would add a little bit of CC to the mix. It looks like they are going with a double tank. you can see Stitches has been selected as well.
Yeah, interesting, and we've seen Stitches really rise up in popularity on the European scene, and I saw in the NA qualifiers today a few teams tried him out to varying degrees of success, so really, really interesting. Once again, just even more setup, but I'm not sure that Stitches kind of goes really well with the Kel'Thas Zagara setup. You really need like a lot of front, you need a lot of burst, you need a lot of CC to really lay down that Stitches, so I don't know exactly what they're going to go for here with their last pick.
I agree with you. It's a little bit out of place. I guess they're hoping to pick people off, but I am not sure.
Yeah, and once again, it's interesting because maybe we can get Stitches to have the hooks, because we haven't really even considered the map here on Towers of Doom of Stitches being able to effectively maybe remove people who are trying to channel or try to camp out the bushes and try to get a quick hook out and try to get a numbers advantage and maybe take multiple shrines.
And look at this. It's playing out pretty much exactly as you and I collectively predicted. We've got the Karazim for the healer for SRG, and it looks like Murden's going to be the tank pick for King of Blade.
Yeah, so if we go with this composition, like we said, definitely the strength of SRG Infested is going to be its ability to try to pick off targets and also just kind of counter-engage with Zagara's Maws. But King of Blades is really going to be Murden, not going to be, I don't think, too aggressive in this game of trying to jump in and stun people, but rather try to peel for the amount of backline damage that they have here.
Right. No, absolutely. I assume that the Karazim is gonna not go with the go with the Divine Palm to keep his teammates alive rather than go with the 7-sided strike.
That's true, but then we also have the hook into the 7-sided strike for a full amount of damage on one person, so I can definitely see the value of both things going here, but every Karazim player that I've ever met either swears by one or the other. Like they either pick only one and they never pick the other one. And sometimes I meet those in Hero League, and it's not exactly the most fun. But yeah,
I know exactly what you mean.
And so, what do you think about all this?
Well, this is sort of two very contrasting teams, as you can see.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a little hard for me to say, which team has the better selection. I think it's going to come down to the individual play. If the Tyrant is on point with her lunar shots, combined with the blizzards, and combined with the AoE of Tassadar, they're going to shred pretty much anyone that comes their way. Likewise, if the Kale is very good with the chain bombs, that's also going to be to SRG's benefit. So I don't think that there's a clear better team here. I think it's going to come down to the play.
Yeah, I totally agree with you here. I think both of the team comps are pretty well rounded, though. Even when you're competing on this level, especially teams like King of Blade Omega, and even SRG has had some success from what you've told me. These are really great teams, so they're not going to do a bad draft. It's going to be, they all have their ideas of what's going to go, and definitely. So could you maybe see if you can resend that invite to me?
Absolutely. We'll get you all set up here. Why do you want? Oh, there you are.
We get all of this right and set up for you guys. Yeah, that is definitely. I was expecting from King of Blades Omega a Gazlo pick because Rizenbane is on their team and he always swears by the Gazlo pick, and we did not see a Gazlo pick. So hold it as you will. I will definitely be.
Oh, go ahead.
I will definitely be sending him a message later about that.
Yeah, he actually wrote a excellent Gazlo guide that you can find on the GWW.com. This guy plays Gazlo better than most people. They're actually, I recall hearing that they're about to do a rework for him, or at least
Yeah, they're
give him some. Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely about to completely overhaul Gazlo. Which hopefully, in the past with Blizzard, you never know. It could be like the best thing or the worst thing in the world because they tend to either over buff or over nerf. But I have faith that maybe they can make Gazlo, really, really viable. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like as of late, Blizzard has been sort of siding on has been erring on the side of caution. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're definitely tend to be releasing the characters a little underpowered, and then buffing them afterwards. And I'm okay with this, to be honest with you, because when Kale first came out, I mean, it was just like if he was on your team, it was GG pretty much. Like he just destroyed anyone out there, and they still haven't quite gotten him right, where he still doesn't feel, I think, balanced to me. But all the newer characters, I think, are in a pretty good place. Again, once they've been slightly buffed.
Yeah, I totally agree. A lot of people have been complaining, that some of the heroes have been a little undertuned when Blizzard has released them, but I think we all prefer that to, having to no ban system in place and just immediately having to ban out, having to pick that hero, or if your teammates didn't pick that hero, then you were just kind of already behind.
Yeah, it was the same with, remember when Johanna came out, and when who was the Leoric first came out, they were so overpowered.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think erring on the side of caution is a good thing, and just being quick with the adjustments, because you don't want to make people wait too long to fine tune the character.
Yeah, and just we're not trying to make too much idle banter here, folks. The game is just about to start. Almost everybody's ready in the lobby, and I don't know about you, but I'm really excited here. Season 3, Week 1, first match of the cast here. It's going to be a great one. I just have a really good feeling about it.
For sure.
All right, so Towers of Doom. So what are the general strategies that we're going to see, you think, on this map?
That's a good question. So I think this map is the most confusing to players, especially those that don't play it frequently. So I think let's go over the map real quick. I think that might be helpful. So unlike every other map in Heroes of the Storm, you're not attacking the enemy base directly. Instead, what you're doing is you're attacking the forts, I guess, outside the base. And when you destroy the fort, it switches sides. And it's a fort for your team. All right. Periodically, there's these bell towers that come up that you click, and depending on how much territory you control, it does damage to the enemy base. All right. So both teams, I think, start out at 24, 25, something like that.
Yep. It starts off. Both teams will definitely start off with about that. No, it's 40. 40 is the amount.
40?
Sorry,
Oh,
40.
40.
You're a little bit off there.
A little bit off.
So do you want to...
and then each time the bell goes off, they deal damage. Yeah, let's go over the teams real quick. The blue team, you have Risen Bane on Tassadar, Smikeys on Tyrande, is it Fozen? Fozen on Raynor, Big Goat on Jaina, and Panucci on Muradin, and that's SRG.
Okay, and on the side of... on the blue team, we have on the red team. Sorry, we have Tyrande and Smickles on Tyrande, Risen Bane on Tassadar, Fozen on Raynor, Big Goat on Jaina, and Panucci on Muradin. Is that who you just announced?
Yes.
All right, sorry, you get kind of mixed up there. That's actually King of Blades there on that side.
Oh, is it? That's King of Blades? Oh, my goodness. All right.
It's completely fine. So we do have the 1 kill going on Johanna already, so a little bit of a lead right now for King of Blades.
Tiny.
Yeah, not too bad. But we do see just kind of your standard rotations here. You have Zortuk up top, just kind of going against the Tassadar, seeing what they can do. We do have, it looks like a push going on mid, but nothing too serious.
Yeah, it's mostly a lot of poking for now. Looks like the Silent T just missed with his hook he was trying to grab. I think Panucci got a minion instead.
Right now, leaving kind of Zagara down to her own methods. I'm not so sure about that.
And Zagara, I think, is a great pickup here because of the vision afforded to her with the creep. That can be very helpful, especially when you're trying to get one of the towers that's kind of out of the way. That can be very helpful.
Yeah, both teams kind of playing it kind of safe in the early game here, just trying to, we have a little bit of a poke battle going on top, but nothing too serious. Usually we'd at least see like some aggressive maneuvers by somebody, but everybody just kind of playing. And we do have the first altar spawning, which it is bot, and these are the best ones here because these are the solo altar spawning, so we're guaranteed to see some sort of engagement or fight over these.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so far, I think no one's really pushed too far into anyone's territory. For sure, and it looks like team is heading down. So the blue team is King of Blades. All right. Oh, nice little hook there by Silent T, but the Lunar Flare stops him from doing too much. Yeah, unfortunately, between the shields of Tassadar and the healing of Tyrande, they have a lot more sustain, unfortunately, than their opponents. Yes. Right. And looks like Raynor is going after the siege camp real quick. Yeah, very nice little maneuver there by Zagara, rolling the... Oh! Combined with the Blizzard, just takes him out. And there's another stun. Very well done on Johanna. He just gets destroyed. Silent T going down as well. Most likely. They're not backing off, though. Panucci's a little low, though. That's being a bit dangerous. Very risky play there. Exactly right. Yeah, this is going to be a bit rough. Now, the boss did show up. He's there. And of course, if he's killed, that's an extra 3 damage. Zeratuk there, way out of position. He was jumped by all 3 of them and just didn't stand a chance. And King of Blades is easily going to hit 10 first, and that's going to give them a pretty massive advantage. Force Wall. Shit. Yep, all excellent choices for this map. The Force Wall in particular, in combination with the Lunar Flare, is just going to wreak havoc with the enemy team. Well, so the Hyperion obviously gives them an advantage against the enemy towers. Plus, not to mention the 2-level lead they have as well. So I would definitely have someone peel off and try and grab one of the towers. I would not. I wouldn't fight SRG there.
The time is now, heroes. Claim the altars in my name.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna destroy it in time. I think they're gonna get off. Yep, they got off both. That's rough. Yeah, misses everyone on the maw. Right, that's got to be their play because they don't have enough conventional healing otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. Does look like we had that. We had the Devouring Maul and Gorge going on Stitches and Blessed Shield. And Kael'thas hasn't picked an ultimate, but yes, it is Phoenix, like everybody would expect it to be.
But King of Blade is just keeping up the pressure. They're trying to grab mid here.
Yeah, and they're doing a really great job, like I said, of just keeping up the pressure, making sure that they're the ones in control of the tempo here. Sun's going out. Also, on top of that, Blizzard with the mark. But Stitch is able to get away pretty quickly here. Phoenix going out. Rizenbane taking a ton of damage, having to pop a Z.
Just barely makes it out of there. The Shadow Stock helps him out quite a bit.
Yeah, King of Blades really knowing how to disengage and re-engage the fight quite well, taking damage, but still going back in, making sure they're getting the kills, and Rizenbane sticking around so he can make sure he tosses those shields on people. Just excellent positioning overall.
I don't know if you caught it. Silent T almost got off a hook on Panucci, but just missed, and he got stunned as well. That was very close.
You gotta hate that too. That's what Stitches is kind of a feast or famine hero, no pun intended, since he does like to kind of feast quite a bit. But you've hit those hooks and it can change the game. But if you miss those hooks, it's kind of just GG. So Rizenbane here, just kind of pushing out top. Nothing really spectacular happening, but we do have another 2 altars happening. And
they have such an advantage. I mean, even if they didn't contest one of the altars, they're still way ahead.
But that's why I've kind of was debating. Like, I haven't seen too many pro games or even the amateur scene play on Towers of Doom. But what do you do here if you're ahead as a team? Do you try to push your advantage, or do you just get one since you're already ahead?
I mean, I would play it safe, right? I would grab one and then maybe the boss.
Silent T missing the hook there.
Oh no, but they're not listening to us. They are. Yeah. I don't. Oh, if Silent T can grab Panucci, he's definitely dead. There we go. Well, no, Rizenbane pulled off the grab the tower while they weren't paying attention. Wow. Right. And his team is, going to be they're all up. Panucci's going to be up in a second. So, Johanna goes down. That water elemental was slowing him down. He just couldn't run away. Yeah, that's rough. And of course, you're gonna get this boss. I believe the boss is good for 4 shots. 4 shots. So that's another 4 shots straight into the base. Base is gonna be down to 7. No, anytime. So basically, they just need 2 more, and they'll win for sure. Almost. She tried though. She tried real hard. There's that. Right. But it's not enough. I mean, King of Blades still going to hit 16 way before SRG. And there's the next two altars. Now here's two interesting things happening. First of all, they grabbed two siege camps, and also, I don't know if you saw the message, the middle opens up. What happens is about halfway into the game, you can teleport directly from your base into the middle of the map, and that can add some extra interesting mobility options.
Do not disappoint.
That was close. Good timing. And I mean, at this point, it's very unlikely the SRG is going to be able to come back from this. King of Blades probably going to win this game. They just need to grab one more tower, and basically, SRG just needs to mess up one more time. That's it.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Yeah. That's true. This is this game is the comeback king, no question. Oh, very nice pull there. But Tassadar is the worst one to pull out.
Yeah, exactly. He just goes in there, and Johanna gets marked, melted,
Very
but does
nice
get Divine
stasis.
Palm. Zagara does manage to catch Risen Bane in the thing, but like you said, it's not a very good target there. Johanna getting bursted down here, but getting stayed up at the heels. Raynor bursting her down, and they're gonna have to just kind of back off here. But Raynor goes down. It looks like Kel'Thas might go down as well as Kirazim. Jaina with the ice block here, but it's only gonna save her temporarily, I think. No, the shield goes out and saves Jaina as well.
Manages to pick up Zagara while she's at it.
Island T just kind of running for his life here, but it does look like he's going to get caught because, Jaina's going to just permanently slow him here. And the Force Wall goes out.
Forest wall.
Goodbye. And the GG goes out there. Unfortunately.
That was rough. That was a rough match for SRG.
Take the altars and put an end to the your powers are like all the others.
Well done. Well done.
Blue team is victorious.
It was interesting to see, for me to see Risen Bane on King of Blades, because he wasn't on that team before. He was on a different team that is escaping me at the moment. It's just going to bother me. Pretty much. You hit the nail on the head. They were just outplayed, pure and simple. Maybe if Risenbane does well enough, then they will allow him to play. Gasla. Right. It's going to bother me so much if I don't remember that team. It's going to come back to me, damn it. It will. It will. I hear you. Momentum. That was the team name. All right, so I apologize for the audio issues. We are going to get those sorted out for you, so the next match should have no trouble whatsoever. Stay tuned. We will be right back with the second round of the RandomCS 5v5 Nexverse Championships.
All right, guys. I think all the audio issues should be fixed right now. So we should be able to resume doing what we were doing, and I do apologize that. So yeah, so now we should be working and completely on there, and now we're just waiting on finding you the next lobby. So yeah, sorry about that, and now I feel really bad that the play calling on the match was kind of screwed up and messed up there, and you didn't get to hear any of that.
Well, I could hear it, and I assure you that he was doing a great play-by-play. He was calling all the attacks as they were happening. He was on point. That's why I was quiet, because I was like, well, I got nothing to add. He's doing such a bang-up job, so don't worry. We got this.
Yeah, but it was really interesting to see that map, and and now we're just kind of seeing what we can get to the next draft that we're gonna pull up as well.
Absolutely, I was already requesting for the next person.
Have we got any responses yet?
Not yet.
Well, how about has King of Blades? Have they gotten into the next match yet?
We can certainly ask. Let's find out. So, I mean, let me ask you, do you feel like...
All right, I got a draft for us to start going over
you got
now.
a draft for us?
Yes, I
Okay.
do. So we are starting on the draft here. It's a little bit late because of our audio issues, but the draft is going to be Team Nom versus King of Blades Omega, and I will get you that link as quickly as I can here. There you go, buddy. And it does look like Team Nom has already picked up a Jaina and a Falstad, while King of Blades Omega has Johanna, Thrall, and Kel'Thas. So definitely looking like King of Blades once again, picking three really strong heroes in my opinion, having lots of CC, Johanna having her pull, Thrall having his root as well as his sundering, and Kel'Thas of course having, for a mage, one of the best stuns in the game, I'd say.
It's very interesting for me to see Thrall being played. Now, I love Thrall, but Thrall is a bit of a late game bloomer. He excels primarily after 13, 16 is when he really opens up, because you start doing the triple damage on the Wind Fury, which hits really, really hard, but the early game is a bit weak for him generally. So I'm very curious to see how King of Blades plays him. I assume they're not going to necessarily go down that route. They'll probably pick the talents that do his help out his Chain Lightning. It's my prediction, but we'll see. And looks like Team Nom has picked up Uther and Stitches. This is an interesting comp here.
Yeah, definitely. The For Cursed Hollow having Falstad, definitely a really good pick because you can fly all across the map, making sure to pick up that EXP.
Right.
It does a ton of damage. And, Stitches having that hook into that Uther stun into Jaina slows can definitely be guaranteed having a pick there. And we did see Tassadar and Sonya get banned, so NA had a lot of favor over that pick in these past tournaments, so I'm not surprised there.
Yeah, no, as far as the meta concerned, they're some of the best characters out there. I'm kind of curious to see who King of Blades will choose in their stead. Obviously, we need a healer. There's the healer, Rhaegar. That's interesting. And Vala. Okay. So we're going with a one-tank comp. Something which I feel like you don't see all that often. I feel like most teams kind of skew towards a two-tank comp. And Rhaegar is a very interesting one to pick as well. He's got the slow, he's got the clutch heal, just like Karazim, but I feel like Karazim does more damage than him overall. and is a little bit more equally mobile, right? He's got that wolf form, so you can run quickly. So that will help out in Cursed Hollow. What do you think of the Zeratul pick? I didn't expect to see that one at all.
Once again, showing you kind of the shifting meta in the NA scene right now. Zeratul was picked quite a bit in the NA qualifiers today, and really he's Void Prism, regardless of how much they change it and nerf it, unless they completely change that ultimate. It's just game changing. The fact that you can isolate your support away from the rest of the people and then clean up the fight or set up wombo combos with it. Just a really great pick for that, and you know he can definitely put some pressure on Vala, Thrall, and Kel'Thas.
True. They also nerfed his damage a bit, though. I don't feel like he's, the auto attack build was very popular with Zeratul. I don't know if it's quite as good anymore.
Yeah, I definitely can see that, but like I said, it's just all about having that burst amount of damage in the VP. So definitely, it really depends, because the Zeratuls that we saw in the NA qualifier today are really like the best Zeratuls in the world, arguably. Like we have Galrung, sorry, I probably mispronounced his name, and Equinox. So it's definitely depends on the skill of the user.
Hey, buddy, I'm being told you are just a little bit loud, and if you could turn yourself down just a little bit, would be good.
Oh, I apologize about that, guys.
Yeah. I'm very interested in the Vala pick. Vala, obviously very versatile. She can apply a lot of pressure with, oh my goodness, her ultimate name is escaping me at the moment. But Strafe, yes. You know what? Complete confession here. I almost never picked Strafe. I actually really prefer the other one because nobody expects it. Nobody expects that stun. Nobody expects getting hit square in the face.
Yeah, and you can definitely set up a lot of different things.
Right. So I almost never pick Strafe, even though it technically does more damage, and of course it can, force the other team to back off a little bit when they see it. So the game is starting. Which team do you think is stronger? Obviously, we know King of Blades are excellent players, but team-wise, who do you think has the better comp?
I'm just going to go with Stitches because I'm a dirty Stitches player. I have been since Alpha, and I love the big guy, so I want to see some Stitches plays this match, and hopefully that'll happen.
It's one of those things where I feel like it's pretty difficult skill shot to land, but for those that can consistently do it, it's definitely game-changing. No question about that.
Okay, so you want to read out some of the...
Oh, yeah, let's do it. So this time on the, let's see here, on the blue side, we have King of Blades with Smikeys on Kel'Thas, Risenbane on Thrall, Fozen on Vala, Big Goat on Rhaegar, and Panucci on Johanna.
And then on the side, we have Tachi playing Stitches, Subnova playing Jaina, Deadly Ice playing Wrath playing Falstad, Daeon playing... Looking forward to a really great match because I know Team Nam is a fabulous team. And wow, starting off immediately getting the hook on Rhaegar.
That was... I so impressed. Like, he barely saw him. He didn't even hesitate. He just hooked him right away.
Yeah, and I was asking for big plays from Stitch. Guess what? I got a big play from Stitch. So I'm starting off this match pretty happy.
That's impressive.
Okay, so we do have Zeratul kind of roaming down here. All bottom, who's Math, who is on Falstad.
Yeah, he's kind of waiting for him and Jaina. Looks like Subnova are moving in. They're waiting for him to just come out of the gate just a little bit. And they're going to jump him. Oh, are they still doing that? No, looks like they're looking for easier prey.
Yeah, definitely Risenbane kind of saw that gank coming from a mile away and says, you know what, I'm not going to overextend here. I'm going to make sure that, I'm not going to be an easy early death. Kel'Thas getting stunned here and then getting bursted down so fast by the Zeratul Jaina combo.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, like, and that's what you say is that Zeratul, you know, he may not be as effective as he used to be, but he is just so good at laying out that burst damage and immediately blowing up any squishy that gets out of position, or in that case, gets stuck.
And by the way, Thrall did go with Rolling Thunder as I anticipated that he would. So I'm gonna keep an eye on his build. I love Thrall.
Yeah, I love Thrall too. One of my favorite.
Even if he's not necessarily the most viable, but he's just fun to play. Oh, they're all trying to grab Risenbane, but he is keeping an eye out for them.
Yeah, definitely every team is trying to see, you know, test Risenbane, who hasn't been on the scene in quite a bit, saying, "Hey, welcome back to Heroes. You better be playing safe, or you're gonna be dead."
Looks like the various siege camps just went up. Poison and Smeekies are hesitating no time. To grab the siege camp.
Wow, they committed so hard to getting that kill on Johanna. Deadly Ice blinking behind the wall and almost dying himself, but he did get that kill.
And there's our first tribute. This should be very interesting.
Yes, and I definitely think that in the terms of poke here, we have with Jaina and Falstad versus the KT Vala. You're going to have to see, and with the Chain Lightning build, though, Falstad getting picked on the way of the tribute here. That's not a very good start here. King of Blades, we have Rhaegar channeling.
Oh, wow. Very nice grab on Panucci there.
Yeah, probably not the target that Stitches wanted, but it worked out quite well. Subnova trying to escape with a minimal amount of health here from Stitches, and does get away. Still nobody getting the channel on this first tribute here. But it does look like King of Blades in a slightly better position at the moment. Another hook.
Very nice hook. Kachi's doing really well. Falstad flying in there.
Exactly, and that's really just some poke battle, seeing who's going to get a little bit overextended and get those kills, which Stitches is really doing a great job on this map because he's trying to catch those people out and maybe getting that numbers advantage. Here comes Deadly Ice putting some pressure on the back line.
No, he's just poking. He's just poking.
Kel'Thas getting the hook.
Kel'Thas very low. He gets taken out.
Yep, Johanna going to have to disengage too, or else she's going to face the wrath of going down too. Deadly Ice channeling, and it does look like the first tribute of the game.
Looks like King of Blades is going to get a run for their money on this match.
Oh yeah, I definitely, we've had Team Nam here playing in the past couple of weeks now. If I remember right, they actually got second in Season 2 last week, so they're definitely an experienced team. Nothing interesting going on here. Maybe Thrall getting a little out of position. Maybe they'll capitalize on Genko, but no, Risenbane already back.
Yeah, Deadly Ice is kind of scouting, see if the King of Blades has decided to go after the boss. Right, they picked up the Bruiser camp there and then ported back to base for a quick heal. And the next tribute should be spawning very, very soon.
Yeah, Nam knowing that, getting the camp here to try to maximize their pushing potential while this next tribute is spawning. It does look like they're going to put much more pressure on Panucci here, and they're not afraid to punish the tank here for being out of position. But really not winning too well on that trade there, as Deadeye and Uther taking a ton of damage.
Right, looks like they have a chance now to grab Kachi. You've got the CC going now from Risenbane, and Kachi, oh, nice blizzard there on Smeekies. Wow. There's Deadly Ice. Doing such a good job at poking them, basically. Just saying, hey, oh, but he's going to get punished for it. Looks like he goes down.
Deadly.
You could really see there that Falstad's maneuverability really helped him out. He ported back to base, got health, and then flew back in and helped turn the tide for his team. And we have our first level 10, although King of Blades isn't too far behind. We've got Mighty Gust on Falstead, no surprise there. Void Prison, Summon Water Elemental, Putrid Bile, and Divine Shield. Really? That's surprising. So Sundering might be a big deal. It's going to really help King of Blades set up some wombo combos, I imagine, if they land. Yeah, so yeah, Subnova is just kind of waiting for some fight to start so they can break out the Blizzard. Oh, looks like they saw the shimmer of Deadly Ice. Still, it's 4-1. There's that Blizzard. Oh, the Ancestral Healing couldn't go off. Yeah, that AoE on the Blizzard is just dealing too much damage. Rhaegar can't seem to keep up with the healing. Oh, for sure. For sure. Kachi is definitely MVP of the match thus far, no question. There's Falstead flying in. That's out of position. And the Curse has another good solid 15 seconds here. They'll probably take down the gates. I don't think they'll get too much further than that.
And so the curse ends. Perhaps not.
And looks like your audio is gone again, I'm being told, since you tuned yourself down a little bit. Fantastic hook on Risen Bane. You got the heal going off there. And Void Prison. Oof. That hook, man. Big Goat just barely getting out of there in time. So 0 for 0 exchange, of course. But everyone got very, very low there. Diablo D's, are you with me? All right, cool. So it looks like King Blades trying to pick up the siege camp. Meanwhile, Team Nam is also going to pick up their siege camp. Everyone is just basically clearing the field, getting ready for that next tribute spawn. As you mentioned, even though the kills are definitely not even, 4 kills for King of Blades versus 11 on Team Nam, the level difference is pretty close. We'll see how it plays out. Falstead flying in there, trying to deal with the massive minion wave in there. Sunder going off. Diablo's jumping Smeekies. Oh, almost got the Ancestral Healing off, but not quite enough. Gust pushes away Big Goat, and Johanna's saving Deadly Ice. And it looks like we got some body blocking on Panucci. Not much he can do there. He goes down. Amazing hook on Big Goat. He's going to go down as well. Not a good game for King of Blades at all. A 4-for-0 exchange there. That is rough. At this point, you're going to start to see the level difference really adding up. Team Nom's going to hit 16. It's going to be a really big boost to them. And unless they mess up, unless they get caught out of position, this is their game to lose. They're doing very well here. So King of Blades just fully rezzed. All the team is back up now. Probably going to contest a little bit over this gate, I imagine. Just missed Panucci there on the hook. And Team Nom is backing off. Looks like they know they're at the camp. Oh, they just missed them. Again, just missed on the hook there as well. I imagine they're going to try and time the next camp to coincide with the next tribute spawn. There's the tribute spawn. They're moving into position. Meanwhile, King of Blades is nowhere near it. Looks like they're not contesting it at all, interestingly enough. No contest there. Team Nom easily picks it up. Instead, looks like they're pushing the bottom. And there's a really unconventional play here for King of Blades. I don't know what the plan is. Meanwhile, you can see that the boss is being picked up by Team Nom. They're going to pick him up in about 20 seconds. And then I imagine there's Falstead flying in to respond. Push back a little bit. And King of Blades is backing off. It's a very weird play. I'm not sure what the thought process behind that was. Kind of confusing there. But so now they're going to push with the boss, which makes perfect sense. King of Blades, it looks like they're traveling up to respond, but they're in a bad position. They've got the boss coming down the lane. The tribute just spawned. It looks like, again, no contest there on the tributes. They're going to be cursed. And it's just a bad situation all around for King of Blades. And you can see Falstead's going to pick it up, no problem. Curse is incoming. They'll just manage to take down this boss, but it looks like Team Nom is moving down to pick up the second boss. I don't know what King of Blades is thinking. They probably have guessed that they're at the boss at this point, but they're just responding too slow. There's that boss picked up. And now they're going to probably split push with the boss. Yep, boss is going down. They're going mid. King of Blades. Looks like they're setting up a gank of some sort. Here comes the boss. Guess Team Nom wants them to think that they're alone. The boss is alone. And now they come charging in. There goes the Phoenix. Deadly Ice ports in. Sunder. Mighty Gust to push the team out of position. Panucci getting the Ancestral Heal. Nice hook there by Kachi. Curse just ended. This is 0-for-0 exchange. I assume there that that's not quite how Team Nam imagined it would go. They probably expected to take down at least one or two, but it doesn't really matter. And I'll tell you why. Team Nam's going to hit 20 first. They're going to have a 2-level lead. And that level 20 talent, man, is no joke. It's definitely going to give them the edge in any team fight that they go into. So you can see here that the bruiser camp being picked up. Meanwhile, it looks like King of Blades wants them on the back foot just a little bit, trying to be aggressive here in the middle. But disengaging as soon as the team shows up. Oh, and Panucci going in. Very risky. Kachi going down on Smeeky's nice hook there on Risen Bane. Ancestral Healing manages to pick him up in time, but Risen Bane still goes down. Nice Void Prison. Prevents his team from helping him out too much. Dayan, kind of out of position. Oh, look at that Mighty Gust. Beautifully executed. Smeeky's is totally going down. And so we have a 3-for-0 exchange. They have the level 20 talents. And meanwhile, it looks like they also have, of course, their siege camp also attacking the core. This might be GG, but it looks like they're not going with... Oh, there's Deadly Ice in there. Yep, all right, they're going for the core, which makes sense. Not much that Poison and Big Goat can do by themselves. Deadly Ice doing some great poking. Thrall just goes up here. I'm sure the Sunder. There goes the Sunder. Falstead going down. This might be a comeback. Ooh, but no. Poison. Big Goat trying to keep him up. Dayan going down along with Deadly Ice. Stasis isn't going to save Subnova. And Kachi there teleporting out. But, oof. Oh wow, that's ballsy. Grabbing the tribute. So they're not going away empty-handed. They got the tribute at least. But, you know, thanks to that fight, they got a little bit too greedy, overextended. Team Nam, you know, obviously for the nothing exchange, that helped King of Blades catch up. Having said that, it's still Team Nam's game to lose. They just have more forts up. The core's at 50%. No one is healing it. They really just need one more good team fight. And they might just get it because King of Blades is right there in the base, destroying the fort, pushing bottom. Team Nam just res though. Let's see. Oh, there's a disengage. So looks like King of Blades isn't going to be quite as greedy as their opponents. Panucci missed there with the Blessed Shield. Nice Void Prism on Thrall. Ancestral Healing going off on Panucci. That Gust actually helped them. That Gust actually made all the difference. Pushed them out, you know, away from Team Nam and allowed King of Blades a chance to recover. They're going to go for the boss. Interestingly enough, they're not going to go for the tribute. Tribute looks like it's going to be uncontested. I guess what they're thinking is that they can't win this through the tribute. They can't win this through the curse. They just got to keep hammering away at the bottom lane and just backdoor that core. That's the only thing I can imagine. Meanwhile, Team Nam has picked up the boss on their end. And looks like King of Blades is moving with the boss. Remember, they took out that bottom base, so they also have that catapult. But Team Nam is waiting for them. And it's just going to go down to this fight. if Team Nom can loses 3 or 4 people, that core is going to be backdoored. Sunder misses. Phoenix goes off. You had Invincible, I think, on Falstead. Boss wailing away at that core. Oh my goodness.
Oh, hey! It's back!
What'd you do?
I did nothing. I have no idea, but we are in theory live.
Yes, I can see it. Amazing.
Okay, well that was craziness and a half, and now they can hopefully see our pretty faces. They can't see your pretty face because I'm not on, right?
That's okay.
Now
No
they can
need
see
to
your
see
pretty
my.
face.
The important
Okay.
thing is they can hear my pretty voice.
We are super sorry for all that. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Okay, so we're back.
Better late than never, right?
I guess that's a phrase people use. Okay. That was insanity. That was just insanity. The whole thing. We have no
Murphy's
idea.
Law.
Yeah,
Murphy's
Murphy's
Law
Law,
is a bitch.
exactly. Bleedy seemed to have multiple issues trying to get on, and then I tried to get on, and the website kept thinking that he was still streaming, so I couldn't stream. Holy crap. That's crazy talk. Crazy talk right now. But, yeah, we're back, and we're really sorry for all the craziness that just happened. And we're going to get into a draft right now.
Not just any draft, the final draft.
Is this the final draft?
This is the final draft. You didn't see it, but the semifinals were played. King of Blades managed to continue on to the finals. They won out against Team Higher Consciousness. It was a close game, a lot of back and forth. I'm not going to get too deep into the details because what I really want to talk about is the final match. So the final match is between King of Blades and Noob Phalem.
Sure.
Yep. And so you should be seeing.
Well, they're seeing us. We're waiting on Noob Phalem right now. And as soon as they are ready, we will move on. That last game was amazing. Chrono was actually casting the whole thing because I never told him that we weren't online yet.
Son of a bitch.
Which I feel a little bad about, but it was really good. I was enjoying myself, so I just let him go.
You son of a bitch. But yeah, no, it was a great game. A lot of back and forth, like I said. They didn't make it easy on them. But
Yeah, no, they did not.
no, absolutely not.
Not in the slightest.
So I'm hoping though that obviously we're about to start the final the draft for the finals. Now, 2 important things to note, right? First off, it's the finals, therefore it's not one game winner takes all. It's best 2 of 3.
Right.
Right. So that gives people a chance to adjust and learn from their mistakes. But the other thing I want to say is I really hope that we've moved past on Cursed Hollow. I want something else. So
I don't want Cursed Hollow, Sky Temple, or Tomb of the Spider Queen. If we can just take those maps and throw them away,
yeah,
that'll be awesome.
yeah, I'm not crazy about Tomb of the Spider Queen either. What's your beef with Sky Temple?
It's just played a lot. I like playing on the map. Don't get me wrong. I love playing on the map. It's just a lot of people like to play it, and again, a lot of people don't too. But Sky Temple, what's the other one that I hate casting?
For some reason, Nate, you're going a little in and out. I don't know why that is, but I hear you fine, and then you get a little quiet, and then you come back. I'm not
Am
sure
I?
what that
Okay.
is.
Well, I did not have time to set up any audio stuff today. This is me play
Well,
just-
yeah, no, I don't blame you. Right?
So
Didn't expect it. I gotcha.
yeah, was not prepared tonight to have to cast. So sorry if I'm having audio issues. If I am, please let me know in the Twitch chat. I can make any changes I need to make. Hopefully, it's just Chrono noticing issues. But if you guys notice them too, let me know, and
So,
we'll try and solve those as well.
so it looks like in our chat for the tournament organization, that it looks like someone from Noob Phalem needs to take a very short break. I'm not sure. They're not specific as to how short of a break it is. Hopefully, it won't be too long. So that's the delay, guys. For once, it's not us.
It's not us.
We are waiting on the
Oh,
one of the
man.
two final teams to proceed.
Yep, we sure are. So apparently,
I'm
people are-
assuming you've been following the tournament tonight. Is that right, Captain?
Yeah, I have. I've been watching it. I've been watching it and trying to play Pokemon. So, that's a thing.
I didn't know that was a thing, but okay. So, was there anything that stood out to you as interesting or impressive about
I
the
was
tournament tonight?
I was really happy to see Rizenbane back.
I know, right?
Yeah, you guys talked about it a lot, but I was very happy to see him back. I've talked to him a few times since he split up with his last team, and it was cool to see him
I
with
looked
a new
into
group
it.
back.
Yeah, I looked into it. Howen, who is the leader of Team Momentum, unfortunately had to take a little break from the game. It was work related, so he left for about a month, and I guess the team had to find split up and had to find other people to play with. So, but
Right.
yeah, I'm happy to see him back for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What really impressed me was Team Nam. Their Stitches player, fantastic. That guy just
Who is their Stitches player? Do you remember?
I think it was Koshi, right? Is that
Oh,
right?
yeah, okay. I tend to remember the names of the players more than the names of the teams, just because it's easier to remember personalities than marketing, I guess.
Sure.
So it's just me
Sure.
being weird.
But no, I don't think that's weird. But no, I was so impressed with his Stitches. Probably some of the best Stitches play I've seen, bar none.
Yeah, that was. I definitely agree with you. He was spot on with the hooks. And Stitches, we saw a lot of him today
Right?
with
Yeah.
the other tournament that happened earlier today. Lots of Stitches play all day, and it has been fantastic. Sorry.
No problem at all. Totally agree with you. Yeah, it's interesting to see him back into the meta, 'cause he was gone for so long. Nobody wanted to touch him with a 10-foot pole, and now like you sort of can't get away from him almost. Literally, he pulls you back.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you try and run away, you're not going anywhere. There are very few heroes that can safely get away from him. Unfortunately, Rizenbane was playing Tassadar, so
Yeah,
go ahead and hit Tassadar with a hook. It really
Tassadar
doesn't
is one
matter.
of the few.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm curious to see how the mage is going to fare, because she has that very short range teleport, and that's going to throw off so many people's timing when they try and hit her with something.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I think the mage is going to be very anti-Stitches, just because you can see the hook coming most of the time.
Right.
So if you can with the mage, it's very easy to just hit that button and be out of the way.
Right. Exactly. So I think when she enters, the game, that's going to put a very interesting wrinkle into the meta.
I'm really excited for her. I think it's going to be a mage that I can actually play. I am not good with KT or Jaina. And
No.
I try. No, I don't know what it is. I'm not. It doesn't work for me, right? And so I'm not very good with either of them. But I am pretty decent with other characters that don't really have as combo oriented stuff. So her combo isn't as necessary as say Jaina's is. So that helps. And
Gotcha.
it looks like we have a draft going.
Yes. I was going to say I'm not too good with KT myself, but I tend to be pretty solid with Jaina. But so we're underway. Garden of Terror has been cut, thank God. I haven't found a single player who says like, "Oh, Garden of Terror? I love Garden of Terror."
Yeah, I don't know anybody that would admit to that.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Tomb of the Spider Queen's also cut. That's good. That's good. But Cursed Hollow is still in the mix.
I know. I'm hoping for Infernal Shrines because Dragonshire is the other one that I really don't like to play on.
Really?
It feels boring. I don't know what it is about it. It just it feels really boring, and it depending on what's going on, that first Dragon Knight can either kill the rest of your game or win you the rest of the game.
I like it because I feel like there's a lot of back and forth over the shrines, and oh, good. Cursed Hollow got cut, so keep your fingers crossed. We might get Infernal Shrines, but Dragonshire, those capture points. It's interesting for me to see how teams deal with them. Do they split up? Do they go as a group and just destroy one shrine? The back and forth. Oh, Dragonshire it is.
Okay, that's fine. I can.
So sorry.
It's all right. I'll just be sad for a few minutes and we'll move on.
Sounds like a plan. I'm curious to see. Okay, Tyrande is the first ban. That was actually pretty fast. No surprise on that one. Despite her recent nerfs, still a very powerful character. Still extremely versatile and flexible.
Apparently, some things got banned just for me.
You're cutting out on me, my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apparently, some things got banned just for me. Is that better, by the way? I just moved my mic. That'll probably help.
You're a little louder, but still quiet for some unknown reason.
I'm a little louder, but still quiet.
Yes.
Just all right. That sentence.
Not at your regular volume. You'll come in and you'll be louder randomly, for no apparent reason. And the second ban is Jaina. And of course, the first pick here for Noob Phalem is Zagara, which is a great pick. Lots of vision on this map.
Oh,
Can
yes.
be very helpful.
Yes, indeed. And Zagara is a great hero anyway, just in general, right? She has a lot of sustained damage. She has basically a remove somebody from the game for a few seconds ability. She can
Right.
harass and hassle and people and push a lane. It's great.
Very, very true. And when they want to, they can really burst the damage out as necessary. Meanwhile, King of Blades has picked up Thrall and Kael, two characters they've shown a lot of favoritism towards tonight. And Noob Phalem has also picked up Falstad, which is one of my personal favorites to play.
Yeah, I was just playing a lot of Falstad earlier today. I love Falstad. He's great.
I like the recent changes that have been made to his talent set. The that ability that increases damage to the hammerang every time you hit a hero. Very useful. Adds up quickly. I always find myself torn between that and the marksman.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not a fan of adding damage to the hammerang. Just because it moves so slowly, you're not guaranteed to get hits. Meanwhile, auto attack damage, you're pretty much guaranteed to get that in.
Well, I don't know. I feel like especially if you get power throw, which makes it fly further, you have a good chance of hitting someone with your hammering. Not
That's
guaranteed, but reliable enough that
I think if it was more than one extra damage, it would be definitely worth it. But since it's not, I'm not so sure.
Right.
For example, Mirrodin's Stormbolt ability at level 1, his talent at level 1, gives him 5 every time he hits a hero.
Right.
That makes it worth it a lot of the time.
Right. Fair enough. Meanwhile,
Oops.
actually, while we were chatting about Falstad, the second bans have gone out. Sonya has been banned, and Diablo has been banned as well, which is interesting to me. We haven't seen a single Diablo played tonight, but he has been banned more than once. King of Blades, meanwhile, doesn't care at all. They're picking up Muradin, who is pretty much the tank of choice I see most of the time. It's interesting to me because Leoric used to be so proficient. Not proficient, prominent. You used to see him everywhere, and now I feel like he's played much less.
Yeah, I agree with you. He definitely is played significantly significantly less than he was previously, and for reasons that are kind of unknown, he he hasn't really had a whole lot of changes done to him. He's had a few nerfs, but speak of the devil, there he is.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay, I guess they somehow heard me. They can't actually hear me, by the way, guys. But yeah, that's kind of cool to see him in action. Overall, I have to say I'm kind of leaning towards King of Blades so far, based on the comp here. Although Leoric and Johanna, obviously, very good tanks to have on your side. Noob Phelan clearly needs a healer. I assume they're going to go with Karazim. I think that'd be no Malfurion. Interesting.
I can understand that. A lot of their characters have decent sustain. Leoric and Johanna, of course, have lots of hit points, and Leoric heals very fast. Falstad can go into a sustain build, and Zagara, if she's on creep, you're not really even worried about her. So the heal over time makes sense. The other team isn't super bursty yet. They do have a Kael'thas, but Thrall, unless he's hitting you, unless you're caught out or something like that, you're probably fine against the Thrall with a Malfurion.
Well, early game, yeah, but late game, he hits really hard.
Well, the goal late game is that he's dead.
I guess. I guess. It's interesting to me because you can see King of Blades is hovering over Raynor, and I'm like, are they not gonna? I guess they're gonna go with a single tank build on this one.
Yeah, well, I think Raynor's a good pick. Dragonshire, there's a lot of skirmishing going on, and Raynor is excellent at that. And their opponents pick two tankier heroes with lots of hit points, which means at the higher levels, Raynor's going to be able to take Giant Killer and just decimate those heroes.
Absolutely, and Thrall also has Giant Killer as well.
Yeah, you're right. He does. I completely forgot about that.
Right. Still, I don't know. I'm a little surprised by the Malfurion pick. Yeah, he definitely has the CC, which can be beneficial. But, Karazim's going to do more damage overall, and he's going to be right there in the trenches with Leoric and Johanna healing them up, which is going to give the back line, the Falstad and Zagara, in theory, would have given them more opportunity to wail away at the opponents. But
yeah, that's true.
We'll see what happens. Waiting on the invite.
Yeah, I actually like both drafts though. The bans I think were pretty solid. Banning out both Tyrande and Diablo though seemed a little weird to me. I mean, the opponent had Kael'thas, so I kind of get it. I understand you don't want them to have Diablo and Kael'thas, but there's so many other warriors that can do the same thing. Not sure what the goal there was.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very good point. Well, the match is just about to get started. I think we're just waiting on one or two people.
Yep.
So, do you, how do you see this going? We've been following King of Blades most of the night, so we haven't seen Noob Phelan play at all yet. But the name doesn't really jump out at me. Have they been, frequently seen at tournaments past?
No, I don't think so. I don't recognize the name at all. Now, that doesn't mean that some of the players on here haven't been around.
Sure. No, absolutely.
But we have seen King of Blades tonight has been doing very, very well. And the other part of that is their comp seems pretty solid, their team comp, especially for a map like this where you are skirmishing all the time.
Right, absolutely. And that's a very good point. Having said that, Falstad's mobility might be clutch in this match, because what he can do is he can fly up and grab a point when no one is there, or he can quickly fly to the middle and grab the dragon.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of teams like him on this map. They'll pick him up because, especially after level 10, if you need the dragon real quick, you can fly there, Mighty Gust everyone away, and then get the Dragon Knight. And It's yours because everyone got pushed back and there's nothing they can do about it.
Pretty much. I'm looking forward to this. All right, so I think everyone is readying up.
Yep, it looks like it. We have... It was America Raynor for a second. He's just going through all the Raynor skins.
Well, no, see, they're doing what all the cool pro gamers do. They're trying to match the colors up so you can see a red theme going on here.
Ah, I get it.
See that?
Yeah, Muradin is not with the program, though.
Well, that's as close to red as he gets.
It's blue. It's the opposite color.
I don't see that. I see him with a red sash.
Oh, do you? Maybe mine hasn't loaded yet then.
Interesting. The one who's not with the Muradin. I'm sorry, I was looking at Uther. Yeah. I don't think Muradin has a red.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what he's trying to do, right? He's blue, so the enemy team will think, "Oh, he's on our side, no problem," and then all of a sudden he's in your back line, stunning people.
I don't know if that. I mean, maybe that'd be kind of funny.
Does it work like that?
I don't think so. I don't think.
Oh,
so.
there he goes.
Oh, there you go. He's got red.
Apparently, he does have a red skin, so yeah. And of course, I wonder why they do this. So when you're an observer and you're looking at a team, there is one person on that team you cannot see.
Yeah, I don't know why that is either. Your guess is as good as mine on that one.
That has never made sense to me.
Fair point.
But we are now at the loading screen. And let's go ahead and do the teams now. That way we don't have to when we get in.
So on the red side is King of Blades, and you've got Smeekies on Uther, Big Goat on Kale, Risen Bane on Thrall, Fozen on Raynor, and Panucci on Muradin.
And on the other side, on the blue team, we have Droplets playing Zagara, Retribution, I learned to spell. On Leoric, 3 to 3rd on Falstad, Frumgor on Malfurion, and a bunny playing Joanna there.
I like 3 to 3rd.
3 to 3rd.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Sort of clever.
Sort of clever.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, here we go.
Here we go, indeed.
A lot of times, players will go and set up some sort of a gank here.
Yeah. It looks like the teams went pretty much opposite ways. Zagara could be in trouble. Nah, she's far enough back. She's fine. Our poor Roachlings just got destroyed, though.
Yeah, that's not too bad, though. And then we got a little fight going on there in the middle.
Yeah, so far having the two frontliners is not really helping them much. Their frontliners are both down significantly.
Hmm.
Oh, Malfurion, get out of there! Holy crap.
Oh, is he gonna? I think he's just gonna. Oh, just missed with the Stormbolt. So close.
I thought for sure he was
moving
dead.
in. Ooh, that was tight. Bunny
Goes
going down though
Yep.
to Risenbane.
Yeah, Risen able to get that chain lightning off at the last possible second to take her down.
And of course his self heal is very helpful as well.
Oh yeah, lets him stay in the fight for a very long time, much longer than a lot of other heroes.
I'm guessing he went with the yep, he went with the Rolling Thunder.
Yep, it looks like
And
he is going a chain lightning build. It's a very powerful build.
He goes with chain lightning in the beginning. I've seen Risenbane play him before, and then he's gonna spec into the Wind Fury.
That's probably fair.
So it's a nice hybrid. The only problem is it doesn't have the sustain because he's not taking the mana tide to him at 4.
Right, and we have a Dragon Knight already.
That was very fast.
Yes, it was. 3 to 3rd, kicking Kael'thas there. Kael'thas tried to gravity lapse him. Turns out it doesn't work on the Dragon Knights.
Not too surprising there.
Yeah. I always forget what works on hero-controlled monsters and what doesn't.
He can usually be slowed, but not actually.
Slows and stuns both work.
Yeah. Well, gravity lapse is technically a stun.
But it's also not in a way. You know what I mean?
So the thing is that as nice as it is that they have a dragon at the 2-minute mark, what it also means is the dragon's rather weak at the 2-minute mark.
Oh yeah, it's not getting a lot done, that's for sure.
Right, so that's why you see him kind of moving around in the middle. He's not really attacking the gates. He knows that if he does, the towers will, burn him down pretty quickly. So instead, he was just, mostly just trying to attack the other team, do a little damage to them.
Yep. Looks like we have a pause here.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, so it turns out we can't talk to them, which is a problem.
You can't?
They don't know to unpause and continue.
Well,
They're going to do it anyway. That's alright. No biggie.
yeah. So, looks like, New Phalem has solid control of the middle. No one's really gone for the camps yet. Oh,
Well,
too
they
soon.
just got one.
Yep.
Risenbane is up here trying to stop droplets from getting to his wall. He's having a hard time of it too, which is really unfortunate, but he's doing his best.
Yeah, Thrall is not a great match against Zagara. I would recommend a rotation of some sort. Maybe like a Rainer. Oh, look at that! 3 to 3rd flies in and takes him out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in mid, Bunny was getting hit by 4 people. I'm actually impressed that Bunny was able to live through that.
If
Stuns,
anyone can live through it, it's Johanna.
Oh yeah, definitely. But stuns and gravity laps, there were all sorts of abilities being used on Johanna there, and I was not convinced. It looks like Falstad is going for a pretty much auto-attack centric build.
Oh, Smeekies looks like he's going to be taken out here. Oh, no.
Nope, instead they're going to turn around and take out that Malfurion, and Bunny now has to run. I'm sure Bunny has already used his heal that he picked up at level 4.
Most likely. He's getting away, though. No problem there.
Yeah, they kind of switched targets and moved against Leoric, which probably not the best option since he was still at full health. But Leoric did dive deep there to try and, pull that pressure off of Bunny.
And looks like King of Blades is going to pick up their dragon now.
Yeah, just barely.
Yeah, that was a little tight, but they managed to pick it up. And now at the 5-minute mark, a bit stronger of a dragon here. And that was very interesting. I don't know if you saw that. He was trying to kick Leoric, and Leoric went into the
You just make yourself unstoppable.
Yeah.
Problem solved. He wastes all that time trying to kick you. Nothing happens.
That was a very
It's a very smart
well
move when you're playing Leoric.
very, very well done. And it looks like they're just interested in taking down the gates, which is not a bad idea at all.
Especially when they're fighting a Leoric, because Leoric's creepy hand does work against the Dragon Knights, which means they lose health very quickly.
And there's Falstead flying in there.
Yeah, just trying to support his teammates there. Make sure that...
Gate's almost dead, though.
Yeah, these gates are going to come down if somebody sneezes on them, and there's a sneeze, but it's not quite enough.
Close enough, though. I think they accomplished what they were looking to accomplish, and now when no one's paying attention, they can move in there. It looks like they're setting up a gank.
They sure are, and Leoric looks like the target. It kind of got turned around on him there. Leoric was low, but not too low. Malfurion able to keep them all up. And they almost lost Mirrodin.
Yeah, that didn't go. I don't think that went how they expected it to go.
Oh, definitely not.
And I'm surprised that Malfurion was able to. He did a really good job. He saw what was happening, and he just started tossing out heals.
Yeah, well, he has taken 2 healing talents so far, which will really help him. And they just hit 10, so now everyone has their heroics.
Yeah. And so we have Devouring Maw, Tranquility, March the Black King, which is interesting, not Entomb, Falling Sword, and Mighty Gust.
Yeah, I understand why March the Black King instead of Entomb. With the heal over time, sometimes you just need health right now. So that's really helpful to get to get that health when you need it instead of waiting for the heal over time to come up.
The shrines are gathered.
Very fair. Very fair.
The dragon.
And so on the other's team, we've got Divine Shield, Phoenix, Sundering, Hyperion, and Avatar.
Okay, well, here's something that actually surprises me a lot more than March Black.
Ooh, nice gust there.
So Joanna went for Falling Sword.
Hold on. Looks like it's getting tight here. Smeekies looks like he's just going to manage to get out of there. Retribution getting very low as well. He gets taken out. Johanna going unstoppable to escape. That was a great pickup by King of Blades there.
Yeah, they picked up 2 for nothing there. But let's talk about Falling Sword for a second, shall we? That is a heroic that I don't think I've ever seen in a competitive lineup.
That's true. You almost always see the Blessed Shield.
That stun is amazing.
It's funny, Big Goat keeps trying to charge Leoric.
Yeah,
I think
and-
just out of force of habit.
Yep, and just constantly hitting his button to become unstoppable.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing good plays out of Retribution there.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job with Leoric for sure. I don't know that they'll be able to. Now, there's a solid level lead, right? Because of that last fight where we had for none pickup. So you can see King of Blades is up by 1 now. There's still a talent here ahead. Panucci just barely managing to get away from Retribution. Really nice stun going out on him.
Yep. There's the March coming out, healing him almost back up to full. Oh, an excellent Maw, bringing down 2 of them, one of which is their healer, who is probably going to go down. Invulls himself and is able to get out.
Right, so it's a 1-for-1 exchange. The Sunder there was a little mistimed. So that didn't quite work out to their benefit.
Yeah, Mighty Gust was used also to try and get the rest of the team away so that they could take down both Raynor and Uther, but Uther was very ready to Divine Shield himself.
Right. That Mighty Gust, though, I think really saved them from taking a bigger loss there. It was a 1-to-1 exchange, so no real benefit to anyone.
Right. Yeah, I don't think they were expecting Uther to pop out and Divine Shield himself that fast.
Agreed.
Meanwhile, though, a bunch of camps are being taken. Both the Bruiser camps are, and Risen Band is down here working on Siege camp. And my guess is they'll rotate bottom to get the other Bruiser camp.
Yeah, I think that's the logical choice here.
There are 4 of them here. There's no reason not to. They know where 2 of their opponents are, so they're pretty safe, and Uther's keeping a lookout for them.
Right, and Droplets and Retribution are taking out the top Bruiser camp, and I assume they're going to move in and possibly take down the fort unless the team responds very quickly.
Well, I think Droplets, they'll leave Zagara up here to do it, probably. Nope, she is rotating as well, because there's a big old team fight happening bottom, and Bunny just barely able to get out.
Unleash the dragon's wrath.
That Gust is proving to be so invaluable.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, it's on cooldown now, which means they got another 25 seconds before they can even use it.
The Maw picks up Kale, but he gets the invulnerability, gets Divine Shield on him. So
Yeah,
not too
meanwhile,
bad.
Zagara did go down. March coming out, doing quite a bit of damage, but not picking anyone off. Panucci, very low,
Unleash his power.
but not going down.
Right, Frumgar had a very well-timed Tranquility, and then he ice blocked himself. And the Tranquility works through the ice block.
Yes, it does.
So he was able to keep his team up. Retribution, though, does go down. Oh, wow,
Another-
what an amazing gust!
Another gust right into some roots. Kael'thas is going down. Uther may go down here as well if Bunny can keep pressure on him. He's so
I'm sure
low.
Uther's going to go down.
Falstad's down.
Yep.
Is Panucci?
Panucci's going to go down.
Yep.
Ooh.
And Uther. That's
What an
that's a decent
amazing
trade.
gust.
Risen Bane, the only one escaping at almost no mana, just leaving to go top. Probably going to try and defend that keep up there.
I imagine so. Wow, what an absolutely amazing gust here. by the Falstead, and 3 the third.
Yeah,
That
I
was
gotta say, I
timed.
didn't expect that to work out that well. I thought for sure he was gonna gust him and it was gonna turn around on him, but it didn't. It worked out pretty well.
And despite that pickup of 4 to none, King of Blades still ahead for talent here. Not for long though.
Yep, Rizenbane going down there. Another Mighty Gust coming out, but not really doing anything against Fozen. But Droplets coming in from behind, hoping to take him down.
Maw grabs both of them.
They got him out of the mall.
Yeah, from the Maw, yeah.
Wow, there's a lot going on here. Everyone's just trying to live.
Yeah, between the roots and the living bomb stuff going off, it's a lot to keep track of. I'm actually surprised. It's to Smeeky's credit that Uther's just such a powerful healer that despite the fact that they were just trapped there for a while with the entangling roots, they were still able to come out of there alive.
Oh yeah. See,
And
here it
Mighty
is.
Gust
There's
them
that
away.
Mighty Gust.
That Mighty Gust, man. No
I
joke.
told you. I called it before the game even started. They're gonna go to mid, Mighty Gust them away, and just pick up the Dragon Knight.
Yeah,
It's an excellent maneuver.
works out very, very well. I think they're going to have no trouble picking up this keep.
Yeah, probably not. I don't imagine that anyone's gonna be able to stop them.
Even though 17-17,
Yep.
kills are also pretty close.
And the buildings are close as well. A little more damage on the red team side. But other than that, it's pretty even.
Looks like 3 to third is
He really
just
wants
trying
it.
to, yeah, he really wants it. I think he might die from it. Oh, wow. Nope. Great Maw.
Cigar is
Fantastic.
dead, but her maw goes off and saves her teammates.
For sure. And
He
so
has no health left. I can't even see blue on the bar.
Yeah, he probably had like 1.
Oh,
Gravity lapse.
his
Oh,
his
that was
dive
rough.
wasn't far enough to get through the wall, and he gets gravity lapsed and picked off.
Well, you can't go through the wall. Is the problem.
You can with
Oh
his
yes,
dive.
with the barrel roll. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But he wasn't close enough.
He was not near close enough to get it to go off how he wanted.
Very true.
Probably just panicking there, trying to get away. Not able to make it work.
And you can't blame him.
Oh no, I'd be panicking too. Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
They're gonna have no trouble picking up this bruiser camp real quick.
No, but meanwhile, Leoric is at their gates in the bottom lane. Which, we remember when Leoric first came out and everyone would just solo push with him?
Yes. Well, his
He can
wave clear
still
was
do
ridiculous.
that.
Yes. Not as
Not as
easily
effectively.
as before, but yeah, he can still do it for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's definitely not top tier doing that anymore. He used to be better than the likes of Zagara and Asmodean and Murky. Now he's
Right.
not.
That
thank
swing
goodness.
was just insane.
Yeah, when you can take out a whole wave with one swing, I think a nerf is in effect.
Probably. So meanwhile, Risen Panucci picking up their siege camp real quick, and Big Goat and Poison are picking up the bruiser camp at the bottom. They're painting this thing red.
Shrines shall
And the shrines are about to activate. This is good. This is actually well done on their part.
Oh yeah.
The mercenaries are going to be pushing while they're going to be fighting over the shrines.
Yep. Perfect timing for them.
And they're actually pushing with the bruisers, looks like.
Well, they don't really have a reason not to, except right now they can't really see anybody. So they're playing it a little safe. They're letting their camps go forward so that they can get eyes on, and then they're gonna move in and poke just a little.
Right. It looks like Falstead's grabbing top. He's probably going to fly bottom, grab bottom, and then go mid while there's all this fighting happen in the bottom lane. But no, he went back to base.
Oh.
Wow,
See
what a
just
nice
happened?
maw.
So, well, the maw came down, but it stopped Retribution from healing back up using his march.
Yes.
So, kind of mistimed there by the group. A little bit of miscommunication, it looks like.
Ooh, that backfired on them big time, didn't it?
Oh, yes, it did. They have 4 heroes down. Their only one up is their healer, who I love
Yorick's gonna come
Malfurion,
back
but
in a
not able
second.
to do a whole lot.
Very true. The Orc is about to come back. There he goes. But yeah, no, this might be GG right here.
It could very well be, especially since Leoric is getting stunned like a crazy person. I don't know why crazy people get stunned. And that is the end of the game there, folks.
Interesting. I didn't expect it to end it right there. But, you know, that boils down to what Heroes of the Storm is. It's about who makes the most mistakes. And that Maw was a huge, huge mistake.
Yeah, it seemed good on the surface. You
Right.
know, he mawed 3 people. That's amazing. But
4, I think.
I think it was just 3 or 4, right? So they got 3 or 4 people. That looks amazing. That's awesome. Until you realize it's what killed their Leoric.
And then the rest of the team fell apart afterwards.
Right. Yeah, because Joanna then tried to Falling Sword into the maw, right? As they
Right.
came up, she said, "Oh, I'll hit him with a Falling Sword, get a little extra stun on him, we'll move on." And it didn't turn out well because then she was in the back line. She got blown up very quickly since her other tank wasn't there to assist her as well. Just, you know, all sorts of problems immediately after that maw. Seems good on the surface, but did not work out in their favor.
Absolutely. Now, as we mentioned, this is the final, so it's 2 of 3, right? So every team gets a chance to adjust their tactics. And one of the good things is we jump back into the action fairly quickly.
Pretty much right away, yeah. We don't really have long to wait. I don't think Falling Sword was the way to go. It's always been considered the weaker heroic.
Sure.
You know, just because that stun is so good. So good. Being able to stun multiple people with one ability, especially when you know they're all going to be clumped up, it's perfect. Like, it is a wonderful ability for somebody like Joanna, who doesn't really have a whole lot. Like, she has a bunch of CC in her kit, but it's usually nothing that changes the tide of battle, right?
Exactly. It's just a setup, essentially.
Right, exactly. Usually like Condemn is a setup, or you're trying to peel for people. The slow, like, you may pick off that one hero, but it's not going to guarantee you win a whole team fight. The blind is very nice against certain heroes, but against others it does nothing effectively. So having that stun where you know, hey, this stun's going out, I'm going to hit four or 5 people with this, it's going to be great, we're going to turn the whole fight. That's really good. Falling Sword, I don't feel like it gives you that.
Agreed. And so the next draft is up. I just sent you a link.
Yep, I think I already have it.
Starting now.
And it looks like it's going to be on Towers of Doom.
No, I don't think so.
Am I looking at the wrong link? They just posted it.
You're looking at the right link, but I don't think it's waiting for team, so I don't think they've hit ready yet. Don't misread it.
Oh, is that
It says that.
I will give you the benefit of the doubt because you probably know this a little better than I do. So
yeah, sure. That's why the timer's going and it says waiting for team there.
Yeah, I thought when you made the draft, if you picked a map, you had to pick it immediately though.
Yeah, both teams have to ready up. We'll
figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for Towers of Doom. I think it'll be fun.
Did you see the Towers of Doom game?
I did. I watched that whole game. It was great.
Yeah. There you go. First team just said King of Blaze just said they're ready. Now we're waiting for Noob Phalem to hit ready. But yeah, no, I like Towers of Doom. I feel it's still a wild west of Heroes of the Storm. Anything goes there, and it's interesting to see people. Oh, I guess they did pick it. Okay.
Yep, it is Towers of Doom.
Yeah.
It's difficult on that map to determine whether you're winning or losing, because most of the time you can feel it, right? Your buildings are gone. There's waves pushing in. There's all sorts of stuff happening where you're like, oh, we have to turn this around. Towers of Doom, you could be down 40-3 and not realize it because nothing really happened.
Yeah, no, I understand. I think it's a little harder to say, well, what should we do next?
I agree with that too. Yes, definitely.
because the other maps it's pretty obvious. It's like, okay, we just got the objective. Let's grab a camp. Let's push top. Here it's a lot harder to get a feel for it and to know like 100% yes, we need to do X.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. You are exactly right. It is very difficult to know what wins that map because effectively the only things that win that map are the shrines, right? I think they call them the shrines, the bell towers.
The bell towers, yes.
So nothing else really matters, but it's still good to put pressure on people. So
Well, it helps to capture the enemy base, right? So your bell towers do more
Right.
damage.
But then like you capture them too early, and the opponents can just come take them back because they're so
Right.
close to that dead zone where you can't walk in. But if you capture them too late, somebody's already capped your shrine, and you didn't get it.
Likewise, I think the mid game portal that appears can lead to some interesting fights and situations where you don't expect them to just kind of appear out of nowhere in the middle of the map and potentially jump you.
Right, and they can. While we've been talking about this, though, the teams have been drafting. So, looking at that, the first ban was a Kael'thas, which probably pretty smart. Kael'thas was used to great extent last game to blow
Right.
people
The
up.
the Kale and Zagara, no surprise there.
Right.
This is again one of those maps where vision is very, very helpful. If you know that someone's approaching your bell tower, you can sort of be prepared for it. But King of Blades not deviating too much, right? They're saying, "Oh, okay, you took Kale, fine. We will take Jaina."
Yeah, exactly. And so they got Jaina and Thrall. Jaina's still strong. A lot of people don't like her. They're like, oh, she's too weak. Kael'thas is better. And it's like, nah, Jaina's still really strong. It's just a good Jaina player is hard to find.
It boils down to how much spatial awareness the enemy team has, and if you can get someone to lock them down and hit them with the blizzard, they will die very, very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if they're slowed and you center that blizzard on them, they're probably going down. Unless they have an escape, of course. Avala is going to be able to get out of that very easily.
Right. Meanwhile, this is very interesting. So first off, you've got the Tassadar Tyrant combo, which we saw used to great effect earlier today by King of Blades. Great combo. And then Diablo, we finally get to see Diablo out and about after being banned for most of the tournament.
Right. Well, I think they're going for the Diablo Tyrande roam gank squad here.
Sure, you've got the charge from Diablo, Lunar Flare by Tyrande, absolutely.
Yep. And they ban out Uther. Smart move. They know they're not going to pick up another support. 3 supports is 2 supports too many usually. So it makes sense for them to ban out Uther. They know Uther is strong. They know King of Blades likes him. So, hey, we're getting rid of that.
Absolutely. So now they just need some DPS. Or do you think they're going to go with a double tank spec?
I don't think they're going to go double tank. They might, though. Because when you play Diablo, there's a chance, depending on your player, that they're going to play pretty fast and loose, right? They're going to charge anything that gets within range, in the hopes that they can then RKO them, as I like to call it, overpower them, and then stun them with Tyrande. They do go with Sylvanas, though, which I'm not a fan of her on this map, just because taking down buildings doesn't feel as important.
It does if
timed right.
Deceptively, I understand what you're saying. On the face of it, it might not seem as helpful, but when played correctly, it actually can be deadly.
Right, and I agree with you there. I guess I play this map in quick match. I've yet to have it in Hero League, so having a Sylvanas on this map in quick match doesn't really help, right? You're looking at it and you're just like, no, not another one. But because you don't know, there's not a lot of communication. It's hard to say,
sure,
do this now, don't do this, that kind of thing. But as a team, I can see where that would be valuable.
I was going to say, I find it very interesting that they picked up Lieutenant Morales. Do you see her going with the medevac for the mobility, or do you see her going with the stim drone and stimming Falstead to do Crazy damage.
Stim drone, 130% stim drone. Falstad and Thrall, don't forget, he actually puts out quite a bit of damage with his auto attacks.
True.
Both of them very capable of being stimmed and just destroying the enemy team. Also, I'd like to point out, the stim drone actually works quite effectively on Murky as well. I don't know why, but watching a little Murloc with a stim drone kill like 3 of your teammates is hysterical.
I'm sure it is.
That was a long day, but yeah, stim drone it is. I mean, they're gonna put it on Falstad. Mobility's not quite as important on this map. It's a 3-lane map, but it's not one of the bigger 3-lane maps. It's fairly small for how many lanes it has. It's easy to rotate around, so I don't see them taking medevac.
Fair enough. Excellent point. And looks like we are just about ready to begin the match. This could potentially be the final for week 1 of the RandomCS Nexverse 5v5 championships. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
You are very right. It sure could. But I'm hoping not. I'm kind of hoping for game 3. Both
You're
these
hoping
teams.
for game 3?
Yeah, both the teams are fun to watch. Like, if nothing else, they have been entertaining for me to watch. And it wasn't a bad game last match. So I'm excited to see what they do on Towers of Doom. Like you said earlier, it's a very different map. It's a difficult map. You can't just walk into the enemy's base and destroy their core, because their cannons will kill you.
Right. Very quickly, I might add.
Oh, yes. That is a scary place to be. Don't ever get pushed into that. Don't get overpowered by Diablo into that. Don't get pulled by Stitches. It is scary standing there and just taking hits and watching your health bar just plummet.
That might be an interesting tactic with Falstad.
Yeah, Mighty Gust. I mean, they have a Stitches as well, so being able to pull somebody in is, yes, you can get a kill very quickly off of that. Especially if you hit a weak person. You hit a Sylvanas or a Tyrande with that, you get them in there, they're dead.
And looks like we are starting.
Indeed we are. And by starting, he means the load screen.
That's right. Let's introduce the team one more time here. On the red team, we have King of Blades with Smeekies on Lieutenant Morales, Risenbane on Thrall, Big Goat on Jaina, Panucci on Stitches, and Poison on Falstad.
And on the other side, we have Droplets playing Sylvana this time. From Gore on Tyrande, Retribution on Diablo, Bunny playing Tassadar, and 3 the Third on Vala.
Here we go.
Prepare yourself for battle.
So something I noticed here is a lot of the, on the blue side, a lot of the players are playing very different heroes than what they played last game.
You really? You think so? I mean, Panucci tends to play the tank, for example.
Other team.
Oh, other team. Yes.
Yeah. Like Bunny, for example, is playing Tassadar this game. Last game was on Joanna. Droplets on a specialist, but a very different style of specialist. So.
What are you waiting for?
Well, that's a very good point.
That's interesting.
Doors just dropped, and looks like everyone's heading towards the middle.
Yeah, that's pretty common on this one. And
Oh,
Diablo
nice
gets
little
hooked
gank.
immediately. Holy cow, his health is dropping so fast, but they're not going to be able to finish him off, it doesn't look like.
I think Panucci was like, well, why not? Let's see what happens. And,
Yeah, hey, if you get a squishy in there, they're dead.
Oh yeah. Anyone else? Anyone that if it was any other person on that team, they would die.
Oh, yeah.
Except
immediately.
Tassadar. Tassadar would
Well,
take
yeah.
shift.
You know, you
But-
just press a button and you're safe.
Right.
Pretty standard openers from everybody. Oh, that hook was so close on Droplets.
I was looking at Risenbane fighting against Bunny up top there.
Yeah, Stitches just kind of came out of nowhere, threw a hook down, and Droplets was able to dodge it at the last second. But as far as talents go, everything looks pretty standard, except for Tassadar. I haven't seen that talent very often lately.
Looks like Frumgor hasn't been able to land the lunar shot yet. Keeps missing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. I've yet to see that Tyrande stun come down and hit anything, be very effective. And it looks like Retribution and Frumgor are just waiting up here for Rizenbane to move the wrong place. But he's not going to, so they're going to back off. Meanwhile, mid, we have a 4-person gank push sitting here.
Not for long. There looks like they're going after. Oh, just missed follow there. Nice little push by Retribution. Panucci pushed into the towers, but Morales is going to get him healed up.
Oh yeah, and of course he has an ability that he can heal himself. He just takes a big old bite out of somebody.
Looks like they're going to grab. Rizenbane looks like he's going to grab the tower uncontested. Oh no, here comes Task. And they are all over Rizenbane.
Yeah, they are. His team needs to get in there and help him out. Droplet's getting awfully low, though. Fozen just came out of nowhere to start beating him up.
Oh, Panucci just misses the hook on Droplets, and Droplets is able to complete the channel on the tower.
Yep, and there's that stun coming out finally. And Rizenbane's in a bad place. If he gets moved any further, he's dead, but he dies anyway. Like we said, that kill zone there is a scary place to be in.
For sure. Now, who grabbed... Oh, they grabbed their own tower as well. So it's even, 36 to 36.
So, yes, for those of you watching the stream, I did not know this, but this observer interface does not show you the numbers that the cores are at.
Mine does, so don't worry.
Okay, yeah, if you can keep us updated on the actual numbers, it shows us the bars. They look pretty even, but that's hard to tell.
Yeah, they're totally even. Each team got one tower, so.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, just taking a camp here. It looks like they're going to move over, try to take the other one, but Fozen is there saying, nah, we shouldn't let you have this.
Well, they sent out the owl to see. Now, what's interesting to me is that Droplet isn't really doing the Sylvanas thing, right? She's not really standing there and attacking the base.
Right. Well, like I said at the during the draft, on this map, a lot of what's important is when you pick up the base. Not necessarily that you do it, it's when you do it. On other maps, that's not a concern. If you can get a fort or a keep down, you do it immediately. The sooner the better.
Right, looks like the next altars are spawning.
Yep, and they're bottom and mid, it looks like, this time around. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
their medic has been kind of out by herself the whole time.
Something that Retribution's keenly aware of. He
Could
just
be a
moved
problem.
in. There we go. There's the Lunar Flare stun. Smeeky's definitely gonna... Oh! Wow.
There is no way. Oh, the owl!
The owl,
Right in
the owl.
face.
Another nice little Lunar... Oh, she tried to save herself with the Lunar Flare. Didn't quite help her.
Didn't quite
Yeah.
get it. Rizenbane, meanwhile, is going to try and pick up that shrine there. Probably going to be able to do it, but they're not going to be able to contest the middle shrine very well at all.
Yeah, Big Goat kind of low. He's getting out of there. Panucci seems like he's probably going to go down. He's kind of isolated.
Yeah, but they're able to turn it around and get Diablo instead. And he does not appear to have his souls, so he is going to be a while before he comes back. Rizenbane, meanwhile, just going to walk in here and try and get this one. I'm not sure if Droplets is going to let him or if they're going to fight, but an owl comes in to stop him.
Yes, the owl stops him. Doesn't matter, though. His team is holding the enemy at bay.
Panucci just got a great hook. Unfortunately, it was on a siege camp.
So at this point, if you've been paying attention, King of Blades has managed to pick up both of the towers. So now the score is 28 for Noob Phalem and 36 for King of Blades.
Thank you for that update. Yeah, you were saying earlier that Sylvanas isn't really doing her, her normal Sylvanas thing. It's kind of interesting to watch how
Right, like,
she's moving around, what Droplets is doing with that. because it
doesn't
is
make
very
sense.
different. Yeah,
And why pick Sylvanas? Because yeah, Sylvanas has some DPS, but her best utility is when you're pushing, and I don't see that happening.
yeah, you're right about that. I wonder if maybe they thought they were going to be a little further ahead most of the game, so that she could go off, Sylvanas could go off and do her thing right before they picked up a shrine. You know what I mean? Because that's the goal. You want it as close to that as possible.
So the interesting thing here is because you're not really attacking the base, you're not getting a level advantage. The level advantages are coming mostly from soaking. And so King of Blades has hit 10 first, not because they really did much damage to the opposing base, just from the soaking itself. And they picked up Stim Drone, as you mentioned, Sundering, Water Elemental, True Bile, and Mighty Gust.
Yep, and there goes that Stim Drone and a Mighty Gust and a Water Elemental. A lot of heroics used there, long heroics, long cooldown heroics. I'm not sure if that was really worth burning 3 heroics for, especially when an altar is about to spawn. But their opponent doesn't have any heroics, so it does make sense.
They just hit 10, so I think that might come back to bite them a little bit in the ass, but we'll see. Let's see. Is Poison?
The Wailing Arrow, Shadowstalk, Apocalypse, an owl hitting face.
Nice owl there.
Yeah, perfect.
Looks like
She
they're
must have
moving in.
Pierce.
Not gonna
Strafe
be enough.
and Wall of Force. Force Wall.
This realm is mine.
So now it's even more of a discrepancy, 24 to 36.
Yep. Luckily, this is a map where, 1 or 2 good team fights will turn it around, as long as you get those team fights when the shrines appear. Retribution getting hooked. Risen Bane looks like he's going down. He is.
Yeah,
Strafe coming out.
He tried to do the he tried to sunder, but couldn't quite manage to get it out there.
Yeah, instead he got flipped over by Diablo and put in a bad spot where Vala could just wail on him.
Right.
So they trade 1 for 1. That's, not a bad call. Trading a Diablo for a Thrall here is fine because they get more experience out of the Thrall than King of Blades gets out of the Diablo.
But you can almost argue that they're not really taking advantage of the map. They're still going for the altars, but not a single base has been properly attacked or destroyed yet.
Yeah.
And we're almost 10 minutes into the game.
Well, like I said, a lot of the times teams will ignore the whole base trade situation, right? It's a really cool mechanic. I enjoy it a lot. The problem with it is that...
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
So that was a nice charge, followed by a lunar flare, perfectly timed on Jaina, and she just went down.
Yeah, they were able to get false stat out of that too with that force wall. But like I was saying, the bases, while yes, it's nice to have because you do more damage to the enemy core if you have them, it's not necessarily needed. If you can keep it even, and wow, that hook was close and made Bunny burn his dimensional shift there. If you can keep the bases even and win the team fights, you're gonna win.
True. It looks like this one is gonna go to. Oh wait, I might be speaking. Oh, nice little force wall there.
Oh, so close.
Oh, I thought he was gonna get it too. What interrupted him?
A lot of things. So at the last second, a grenade came in and moved him away, I think is what did it. Risen's going down. Big Goat looks very low. Retribution might go down too, and Panucci's in a world of hurt as well. Wow, a 3-0 trade there.
Yeah, that got unfortunately a little laggy for me, so I couldn't really follow what was happening.
It was incredible. A 3-0 trade. Lots of heroics were used. Unfortunately, it didn't really save anybody. Actually, I think all the heroics were used.
So obviously, Noob Phalem won that exchange.
Oh yes.
And so it is 24 to 32 now. They just grabbed the base as well. So on the next tower that comes up, if that base is not recaptured, they'll be doing 5 damage instead of 4. But it looks like Risenbane and company are moving down to get that base back.
They do want it. I mean, like you were saying, it's having a base does more damage to your core, and you don't want that under any circumstances. They're able to get it very easily.
Pretty easily, yeah, not contested at all. Meanwhile, New Fail moving in the middle there, and you can see Sylvanas is trying to do her thing.
Yeah, one thing I will
stuff.
say about this map, I think the forts need to be a little stronger if they're going to do this back and forth, or maybe get stronger as the match goes on. Because later on, it's very easy for a team to just walk in with 2 or 3 people and destroy a fort if nobody's contesting them. It makes it very difficult to keep your forts that you've gained.
Right. Well, I know if you saw the message said the towers are upgrading, so I believe now it is a little harder.
Yeah, and they do. They upgraded at a certain point in the game. I don't know. Maybe they need another upgrade tier. I think they only upgrade once, so maybe they just need another upgrade tier along the way. Oh, an excellent force wall stopping Panucci, but he's able to run away. He's out.
And unfortunately, in the middle there, King of Blades was able to recapture their tower.
Yeah, so right now, King of Blades is kind of behind. They're behind on levels, on experience. They're behind on buildings.
Yeah, so what happened is they recaptured the middle tower, but they re-lost the bottom tower again.
Yeah,
so...
they're just trading back and forth. Every time King of Blades goes to capture a tower, Noob Phelan walks in and destroys another one.
Pretty much. And so they're starting to catch up now. Noob Phelan is at 24. The King of Blades is at 27.
Yeah, so it's pretty close. And there it happens again. They capture a fort, only to have another one go away. But this time, on top, they're going to capture this fort and then put some pressure on it with siege minions. And the siege camps on this map are very interesting. They're suicidal camps.
Right.
They will run in and suicide explode on the enemy buildings. And if they get to the core, they will run in and do core damage.
Ooh,
Panucci still going down, even after Falstad tried to save him with that Mighty Gust.
Right, exactly right. I thought he was going to make it, but
Me too.
too much damage.
Probably had a poison on him from Sylvanas.
Let me just grab, yep. 6-2. Now, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's going to go back down to 5 here in just a second.
There's the 5, yep.
And they're probably going to rotate up. Well, they can't really afford to. They have to at least slow him down here. They're going to pick up a camp before all this starts. That's smart thinking. Stitches is down. They have no front line.
Yeah, Stitches just got rest. Now they have to deal with the camp. Meanwhile, they're gonna complete the cast. Wow, I think they might get the bottom too.
I think they will, unless King of Blades can get in there and really do some damage. A hook goes down, but they had multiple people doing it.
The Mighty Gust saved them there.
Sure did. Stim drone goes down on Thrall, it looks like. Thrall's not getting a lot done, though, with it. He's just kind of running around at this point.
Pretty much. Ooh.
Falstad
Poison.
in trouble and dead. But so is Vala.
He just doesn't have that much life, so as soon as he was put out of position, he got decimated. Still 4-4. Anyone's fight at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bunny is almost out of mana. Retribution is low on health. He's not able to stop Smikey's from getting it, but the owl comes down and does it for him. But I'm not sure she's going to have an owl soon enough to do that a second time, so...
No, but they only attack with 3, so it's still they have the slight lead, 21 Noob Phelan to 22 King of Blades.
Yeah, that is a very small lead there for King of Blades.
Right, especially when you consider that as soon as it gets to 4 below, they're going to go for the boss and finish off the team.
Yeah, of course. once you get it down to 4, it's very easy to finish off the core at that point. You just go boss. Boss does a lot of damage on this map, though.
And what you can see there is very interesting. Falstead flying in to kind of stop them from capturing the base, but they just captured both siege camps. They're going to be suicidally.
Well, they're a little delayed now.
Yeah, right, the Mighty Gust. But is there enough AoE to take out those guys? I don't think so. Nope.
Doesn't look like it. I'm sorry about the audio issues, guys. I was not prepared to cast tonight. It was kind of an emergency casting situation, so I wasn't able to make sure everything was working correctly as intended. So bear with me. Very sorry about that. Meanwhile, we have a pretty even game.
Yeah, I mean,
New Phalem just got 20.
Ooh, there we go. The dreaded recap is up. This won't end the game either way, but...
Panucci getting saved at the last second by the Mighty Gust. Rizabane might be able to turn this around with that Sundering going out.
Poison is doing such a great job at Falstead. That Mighty Gust is just saving his teammates' life over and over and over again.
Yes, it is. Rizabane caught behind a wall, but not enough damage to go through the medic's healing. You okay over there?
Yeah, I'm alright. I had a speakerphone.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right.
Panucci tried to. He went fishing, but came up empty.
Yeah, he didn't get much on that. I guess not good enough bait.
Ooh, nice little chain lightning there. Stops droplets. I think.
They still get it though.
Yeah.
Another fishing attempt coming up empty-handed.
And they successfully destroy the base up top too. So now you've got a 6-2 spread.
Yeah, that's going to change very quickly. The bottom one is just fell.
And there's no more towers. So now, just to keep you updated, it is 18-12. 18
Yeah, so,
for New Phalem and 12 for King of Blades.
New Phalem's been able to turn this match around, and really get the upper hand on King of Blades here. At the beginning, they were losing, not by a lot, but losing by a little bit, and now they have just said, nope, this is ours. We're gonna win this one. We want it.
Yeah, King of Blades is being forced onto the back foot. They're always trying to play catch up, and I have to say they're doing a really good job. When I say they, I'm actually referring to. Yeah, I saw that hook too.
That was a great hook.
Yeah. New Phalem's doing a really good job of constantly moving around. They do a lot of burst damage onto the fort and get out of there before they can, be contested too much.
Yeah, exactly right. They've done a great job of just staying just barely out of reach, just
Right.
far enough out that nobody can stop them.
There's the next tower, just to 1, so we know there's going to be a big old fight over this one.
Yep, Retribution gets picked up by Stitches, but
Turns it around on Panucci, complete body block.
yeah.
Ooh, nice gust.
Excellent gust. Big Goat was low there too. Panucci low as well. They just kind of ran right around him. Oh no. Vala
Ooh.
going down, but her team quickly getting vengeance.
That healing, that Sergeant Morales healing cannot be understated. Ooh.
No, it cannot. Retribution is about to go down. He probably has souls.
Risenbane trying to finish up Frumgar, but very nice lunar flare there.
Droplets could be in trouble. Nope.
Nope,
Good to
they're
go.
backing off.
Probably a smart move to back off there. Just get the... Oh, that hook was close. Especially since Retribution is back up.
So
did have
again,
souls.
they got the altar, But again, they only have 3, so it's 15 to 11.
Yeah, it looks like if top just kind of is allowed to let go, they might get another one here. This minion wave's getting pretty big, but droplets
Yeah.
decides,
Not-
nah, we want it. We want that back.
That was pretty easy. At this point, it's very easy for her to clear the waves.
Oh yeah.
But
Yes, it definitely is.
look, you got King of Blades moving in on the bottom lane. They're bringing the fight to the team, whereas up top you can see Droplets and Frumgard taking out the top base there of King of Blades.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're very slow at doing it. Mighty Gust comes out, but doesn't hit droplets. Bala and Tassadar have shown up now. They're helping out the fight, but the rest of the team is coming up behind them.
Trying to set up a gank there.
Yeah, luckily they get out.
Panucci way out of position.
Yep, Apocalypse goes off. Stuns quite a few of them, but not enough. Panucci goes down. Apocalypse again.
It's a nice wailing arrow though. That silence helped them out.
Oh yes, it definitely did. Stun on the medic. Now the building is firing. And
Oh, that worked against them because they had to walk past the building.
yep, and there's the death pit there. They walked in and their health dropped immediately. But they did get their siege camp through, which did more damage to the core of the enemy team.
Right. And so now it's 15 to 8. And, you know, with doing 4 damage every time, they just need to win 2 altars to end the game right here.
Yep, that's all they need, and they're probably going to get it. The only person up is Jaina. Stitches comes up in about 10 seconds now, and Jaina doesn't look like she's going to win this fight against Bunny. Especially if somebody comes to help.
Oh, she's trying to stop droplets. Oh,
I think that's the game.
I think that's game.
That is the game.
So close.
Yep, so it looks like we're going to go on to game 3 then, right?
It seems like it, yes. I don't know about
Excellent,
you,
excellent.
but I'm going to go grab a drink of water. It's quite intense.
Yes, definitely. I'm going to talk about the talent builds then while you are doing that.
Okay, very good. And
And-
then, is the camera back on me?
No, we're looking at talents.
Oh, because I was going to show you the cat.
Oh, do you want to show the cat? Okay,
Say
here you
hello,
go.
cat. Say hello. You're on camera.
I don't think your cat cares.
You're internet famous, cat.
Yeah,
No, he
it does
doesn't
not
care.
look like the cat cares.
He's a cat. That's his job, is to not care. Anyway,
fair.
I will be right back.
That's fair. Alrighty, we're going to take a second to look at some talents here. Mainly because Tyranda's build is one that I very much enjoy. It's almost a pure Al build. Because you get Empower at level 1, so your cooldowns are reduced every time it hits. And you're like, well, it only hits once. Well, for now. At level 4, you get Pierce. That means it has a chance of hitting 5 times, which then means that your cooldowns are lowered by 10 seconds. And that's all your cooldowns, including Shadowstalk, which only has a 60-second cooldown. You can drop that to a 50-second cooldown by hitting 5 people with an owl. And what's awesome is if you take rewind, I think she gets rewind at 20. You can pop owls out twice and lower your cooldowns by 20 seconds, lowering Shadowstalk to a 40-second cooldown. It's awesome. Ranger, of course, an awesome talent. I'm using awesome a lot. It really is, I know. Incredible talent. Increases the width, so you're more likely to hit people, and increases the damage dealt based on how far it travels. Unfortunately, it doesn't give us what the travel definition is. Like, what is 200%? We don't know. But it increases the damage based on how far it travels up to plus 200%. So that is, one owl hitting one person is 300% damage instead of its regular damage. That is awesome. The next talent or the next build I want to talk about is actually Tassadar's. Leeching Plasma in Kala's Embrace is amazing right now. We saw constantly Diablo would have a shield on him, and we'd be like, Tassadar didn't cast shield recently. Well, no, he didn't. But what he did do was cast it on him earlier, and half of it remained, which is phenomenal. I just realized they probably are starting the next draft without me. Good, they're not starting it yet. But, right as I say that, of course. And it looks like it's going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen. For those of you that don't know, Tomb of the Spider Queen is a map where you have to kill all the spiders, and as many people say, grab their butts and turn them in. You're really grabbing gems that were in the spiders, turning them in, and the Spider Queen will send her web weavers to march down the lanes and fight for you. Mainly taking out buildings and minions, but they also, do damage to healers, just like always. Meanwhile, King of Blades has banned out Thrall immediately. Does not want anyone to have Thrall. Apparently, Risen isn't going to play him this time around. And Noob Phalem has banned out KT. Does not want the power of the fire in there. And I believe we have our co-caster back.
Yes, I am
Welcome back.
Assuming the new draft is up, I heard you talking about a ban.
Yep. It is. They have it in the general chat.
Okay.
So they picked up Tyrande. They really want those stuns. They're looking at Jaina right now, possibly wanting her as well. With a stun, you can get full Blizzard damage and Cone of Cold and Frostbolt. It's pretty good. Can't argue with that. Meanwhile, Noob Phalem has picked up my favorite hero, Zagara, and Sylvanas, which on this map, Sylvanas is very good, except that it's very easy to rotate and get to her.
No, Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah, I already complained.
God damn it. I was hoping to make it an early night, but they did not want that to happen.
Yeah, small maps mean that the games tend to go on longer because it's easier to go stop somebody from doing something that will destroy you. But we see the Tyrande Diablo pick again, and this time with a Jaina immediately picked up. So a slow into 2 stuns, that's going to hurt.
Very true.
It looks like they're going to tass out Banadar. Ban out Tassadar. Holy crap. It's been a long evening, folks.
It has been a long evening. I agree with you. Yeah, I'm surprised that the ban is going on Thrall because I don't feel that Thrall has been terribly efficient tonight. I haven't seen Thrall make any like crazy plays or I haven't seen him not to say that he's done a poor job, but he hasn't really done anything that really made me stand up and say, "Oh my goodness, thank goodness they had Thrall in their team," or something like that.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It doesn't seem like anything has really happened to say, well, Thrall is a threat.
Right, exactly. To justify that ban on Thrall, I feel like it could be better used on other characters.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there.
Interesting, the second ban being Johanna. I also find that one kind of strange. Again, I don't feel like Johanna has been a particular threat. I guess they're trying to deny them a tank, but there's still so many other options. I mean, you've got Murden, and Yorick, and a couple of other options. You could always go with the Sonya, although I guess with that particular build, it wouldn't work as well.
Right, and I agree with you. I've never understood the idea of banning out one of the main tanks, or Joanna, Leoric, or Mirrodin, because they're just going to get another one, and their kits are all very similar. They're not the same, obviously, but they all are capable of doing similar things. If you want to ban out an ETC, that makes sense to me, because Mosh Pit is scary. And banning out a Diablo makes sense as well, because his charge into the overpower is also very scary. So I can understand why you don't want those. But when you ban out a Joanna,
there.
exactly. when you bat out Joanna, there's not really a whole lot of characters that if my team picks up a Joanna, I'm like, oh, I should play this character now. Like this character will win. So I don't know. I don't know what the thought process there is. Maybe they just don't like playing against Joannas.
It's possible. I think the ETC is an interesting pick. We haven't seen ETC at all tonight, but he has come a long way. He used to dominate, then I feel like he kind of faded away, and now he's resurged in popularity.
Yeah, that's true. He's a lot like Thrall, right? Where he used to dominate, he kind of faded away, nobody liked him, and then all of a sudden he was back. And you're right, ETC has always had a place. It's just that his place has been kind of hard to get to.
He could set up some great things. I mean, if you're good with the power slide and the mosh, those are game-winning, plays.
Yeah, oh, definitely,
Matchmaking
definitely.
plays.
Yeah, I agree with you there for sure. But against a team, I'm not sure if that was a good pick. The enemy team has a Tyrande. So you go ahead and mosh. Odds are Tyranda's not going to be in that mosh. She's just going to stun you out of it.
Ooh, did you get an invite? I got one and I missed it.
I have not, so...
There we go. Got it.
Okay. I'm not sure they know what my scrub account is.
I got you. All right,
Oh.
invite is sent to you.
Got it. Although Risen should have it. So. Alrighty, we are in the lobby. I love that pirate falsetto.
Oh, agreed.
So yeah, it looks like once again we're seeing that roam gank comp. It makes sense on this map. It's a very small map for it to be there, right?
Mm.
So I can understand why that was picked up. And of course, a lot of people like the Tyrande Diablo mix.
So, I mean, seeing both teams, do well, who do you favor going into the most final of finals?
You know what? That's a great question that I don't have an answer to. Because I really enjoyed watching both teams. And I would say, I'm kind of friends with Risen, so his team, but it would also be kind of nice if I could be like, yo, Risen, you lost. Just to razz him a little bit,
Interesting. That's an interesting basis for your judgment there.
Hey, when you're involved in the community, part of who you want to win is based on who's playing. But I've enjoyed both teams. At this point, I'm not sure I care who wins. I do really like King of Blades team composition this time around. So I feel like they're gonna win it. But maybe that ETC with Zagara pick will really show me the opposite. I'd also like to point out that Bunny is now playing Zagara. We saw Bunny on Joanna, we saw Bunny on Tassadar, and now we see Bunny on
Bunny
Zagara.
is a very talented player. What can I tell you?
Apparently a very flex player.
Yes. Absolutely. I don't know. I feel like the Sylvanas is going to make a big difference here.
I agree. This is a map where Sylvanas can make a huge difference if she's able to do her thing.
Right. So let's introduce the teams for the final time. Playing for King of Blades, on the red side, we have Smeekies on Malfurion, Risenbane on Tyrande, Big Goat on Sonya, Panucci on Diablo, and Poison on Jaina.
And on the other side, the noobs, we have 3 to 3rd on Vala, Droplets playing Sylvanas again, Retribution on, wow, that came in out real quick, Retribution playing ETC, Frumgor on Uther, and down at the bottom, like we said earlier, we have Bunny playing Zagara.
Looks like they're going to go for Bunny. No, not quite.
Yeah, it's difficult, because you can't really let Bunny go, but killing Zagara this early doesn't really gain you anything.
Right.
So I can understand why maybe go down there, just let her see you, make her think, oh, I gotta back off. But then you move out.
Yeah, I imagine we'll start to see a rotation real quick between lane 1 and 2, and the bottom lane is just, Sonya's going to be left to her own devices.
Well, maybe not. The team is coming down, probably to get Bunny, and there is the stun, but no overpower to follow it up. Risen Bane was ready, put down Lunar Flare, but not able to do anything with it.
Yeah, that Lunar Flare was way off.
Well, it wouldn't have been if the Overwatch would have come in.
Oh, that's true.
I think he was expecting the Overwatch to hit.
You mean Overpower?
Overpower, yeah, Overwatch. That's a game. I just want it to come out so bad.
Well, that is the subject of a different podcast. Or
Whole different stream
Yes.
there.
Yes. So obviously, this is all about the ability to. This map is all about the ability to gather your tokens and to deny your opponent the ability to cash in their tokens. And you can see it is 9 tokens to 29 tokens. So King of Blades is doing a much better job of collecting their tokens.
Right. So it turns out the new observer interface doesn't do that either.
Ah,
Not very map specific with the new observer interface.
well, don't worry, I got you.
I appreciate that.
That's why we're a team here.
That's exactly right. Speaking of teams, these guys are roaming all together, doing an excellent job of just applying pressure to the lane that the other team isn't in. And Diablo has been picking up all these gems. I'm not sure if that's a smart move. It's not like he has escapes, and he's in the front line all the time, so he's going to be taking the hits. So I'm not entirely sure what the thought process there was.
That's a good point. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Droplets
nice
is
little
going
route
down.
there on Sylvanas.
Excellent route. Yeah, Malfurion, get in there with that route. They really want this Uther. Not sure. Yep, there they got it. Zagara coming in a little late to try and save him, but...
They're doing a really
Not
good job of collapsing.
Oh, yes. Yeah, anytime they've seen their teammates in trouble, they have moved there immediately to try and help.
Unfortunately, for, I was going to say Noob Phalem, all this time they're still picking up tokens, and they're just about to hit 50.
Oh, Zagara is in a world of hurt, and she won't be hurting anymore.
And there you go. There's about 45. Oh no, they've got more than enough to summon their.
Oh, yes.
wave.
Panucci had 30 something, and Rizabane there had 10 himself, so they're definitely getting their web weavers. They'll be coming in just a second. Takes them a little bit to spawn. Meanwhile, Zagara being dead bottom means that Sonya is able to just push this lane up, take some tower shots for minions. Or have minions take tower shots, I guess makes more sense.
Sure. And here come the web weavers. Most teams in this kind of situation will probably push 2 lanes and leave 1 alone. So I'm kind of curious to see if King of Blades will take that approach here.
Doesn't really look like it. Looks like they're all going mid. They're just letting the other 2 lanes do their thing. Especially since they got Uther down. They know they can push into this fort here and not really have any consequences.
But nope, see, they're rotating up.
Yep, you were right. You called it.
And then that bottom one, they just kind of sacrificed to Zagara.
Yep.
3 to third, way out of position there by himself. Not much that they could do to escape.
Yeah, I mean, not even really out of position. As soon as that wall came down, Panucci dove straight in. Actually got kind of a break there because Risenbane missed his Lunar Flare, but it still wasn't enough for her to live.
For sure. And so now comes the second part of the equation, the denial. So, Noob Phalem has 32. Meanwhile, King of Blades is 41 already. So they're actually pretty close to getting what they need. And you can see they're trying to turn in there at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well. You might as well get as many in as you can when the enemy team is roaming so hard to try and stop you. It doesn't make sense when you're losing people consistently to keep coins on you. Zagara putting out all her summons to try and put some damage on Panucci, but not really able to do anything. Her Hydro list doesn't do a whole lot until much later in the game. Level 13 she gets an upgrade, and level 14 or level 16 rather she gets an upgrade.
Yeah, it looks like they're turning in the majority of their tokens. So they had about 51. They turned in 42.
Yep, so Panucci dove in there without Rizenbane being prepared. Rizenbane was trying to get his tokens turned in, and they just weren't able to capitalize on that dive.
Yeah, unfortunately, Noob's Phalem still doesn't have enough to do the summon, and Panucci just kind of chased them off. 11 would be 53, so they need just 2 more tokens, and then to turn them all in, and they'll have enough.
All right, so let's see if
Which
they can get
is
them.
now.
They're probably gonna go top and get them, which they did, and they're probably gonna try and turn in top as well. The other team looks like they might be on their way. Nope, they're just trying to turn in first.
No, that's where I think you misunderstood.
Oh.
It's King of Blades that needed, and they're getting.
Gotcha.
There you go.
I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did misunderstand. I thought you said noob.
Nope. Noob is behind, but they'll probably get the next wave. I think and assuming they don't die, they should have no trouble getting the next wave. Of course, now they're trying to clear the trash so that the web weavers spawn as close to the enemy side as possible.
Yeah, the problem with that is the web weavers will still only spawn where your minions last were. Even if you clear out a minion wave, they do not spawn any further up. And also, they have their 10, and as we can see, they used it to great effect, becoming invisible and getting the drop on ETC.
Yes, they did. Let's take a look at those level 10 talents. We have Tranquility, Shadow Stalk, which we just saw used to great effect, Wrath of the Berserker, Lightning Breath, and Summer Water Element.
Yeah, Lightning Breath, an interesting pick here. Both talents are good, right? Diablo's level 10 heroic talents are both very strong. I guess Lightning Breath makes sense. It's easier to zone people out with it than it is with the other one. And you're not really worried about getting vision on people.
Looks like Panucci is up. He gets fine. Meanwhile, Noob Phalem also getting their level 10s. They have Wailing Arrow, Divine Shield, Mosh Pit, no surprise there, Devouring Maw, and Strafe. You get an amazing wombo there. If you manage to grab a couple of with the Devouring Maw, you just walk in there, Mosh Pit, and then kill them.
Yeah, I mean, Devouring Maw into a Mosh Pit into Strafe will do quite a bit of damage. And looks like Jaina just went down, got caught out just a little bit. And like you said, the Blue Web Weavers are coming down.
Yep. And they need him, right? Because they are down 2-4.
There's a Mosh. Oh, Diablo, you can't do that.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, so
great Divine Shield on Zagara, though, to keep him alive.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to get anything out of this or not. So, in case you missed it, what happened was the mosh pit started and Diablo said, you know what, I'm going to charge you. So, it doesn't work that way. Diablo's charge has a split second where he is in the mosh pit but not hitting the opponent, which means that the mosh continues and Diablo stops.
Good lesson to learn there.
Yeah. I mean, a valid attempt. If you didn't know, if you weren't sure, yes, you try it. Because Butcher can dive in on that. Butcher's unstoppable.
Right.
Diablo's, his unstoppable, does it even give him unstoppable? I don't think it does.
I don't think it does, no.
So, Panucci there just hoping for the best. But it didn't turn out bad for them at all, to be honest.
For sure, they just picked up the siege camp there. And looks like they're going to be pushing into the bottom lane. Up here comes Noob Phelan.
Yeah, they've finally rotated bottom to try and stop this push. They don't want to lose any more buildings. This is their last fort that is available. Diablo going in deep. Kind of a waste of a heroic ability there from Panucci. Not really able to hit anybody with his lightning breath, but able to zone people out so that ETC could get taken down, which
That's
I
all
guess
that really
is
matters.
still fine. Yeah,
Zagara going down, gets the maw off.
a great maul, 3-person maul, including their healer, and Panucci needs his healer.
Right, and that's why he backed off. He realized, uh-oh, I'm here by myself for the most part. So let me back down, but they have 60, and they need 60. So they are all turning in right now, and we're going to see another set of web weavers.
Yep, we sure are. Well, maybe if Fozen turns in. And there goes Jaina turning in top. Meanwhile, knows they're safe.
Nope, they're backing off.
No.
They got scared for a second. They thought the enemy team was there.
Yep. May have cost him. Nope. ETC not realizing or not wanting to go there by himself. Probably a smart move on his part.
And meanwhile, they also picked up their bruiser camp as well to just get in that much more pushing power.
Yeah, it gives an extra little burst, and because the enemy team doesn't have a Kael'thas, they don't have to worry about bunching up too many minions on the wall, right? So if you have a Kael'thas, you don't want all those minions bunched up because they will all die very quickly due to chain bomb.
Right.
But it looks like Uther's healing ability is doing quite a bit of damage too, so.
ECC trapped in the roots there.
Yeah, a lot of abilities being used, but no heroics yet. Oh, there's one. ETC coming in with a mosh pit, able to get down Malfurion, getting a divine shield on himself.
Ooh.
But Uther going down along with Diablo. Diablo's going to be right back though, because he does have the souls of the damned.
That is a big loss for them. That 3-1. It looked like the lunar flare knocked out the mosh.
Yeah, it did take a little bit. I think Lunar Flare was still on cooldown. I think that was the problem there. She had just used it. Unfortunately, they're trying to get boss, but one of their web weavers is still up.
Ooh, it's going to be a little bit of a race here. The enemy team probably realizing right about now they are getting the boss. The owl is checking to make sure they're not coming. And so they're not going to, they're going to pick this up. They're probably going to take down the top fort. It's only about 14 minutes in, but the boss should be powerful enough pushing together with him to take out that top fort.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This is not looking good for Noob Phelan.
No, it is not. That boss is pretty strong at this point. We're almost 15 minutes in, so it has quite a bit of health. And with the team there, Noob Phelan can't really move in and do anything about it. ETC getting RKO'd into a stun.
Right, but Divine Shield, prevents...
Keeping him up.
Yep, saves him. But they, see, King of Blades got what they wanted. The fort went down. And they're backing off. They're happy.
Yeah, that's all they really needed. That will allow the top lane to pressure by itself. They don't really have to worry about it, worry about doing anything with it themselves.
Right. Now they're turning in. They don't have enough. But they're like, well, might as well turn in while we're here.
Right, you don't want all those sitting on you.
Right. Meanwhile, Noob Phelan does have 54 and counting, so they'll be able to turn in shortly. I don't think that King of Blades will give them the chance, though.
No, I doubt it.
Okay, so they need 10. They have 7. And that is King of Blades. King of Blades needs 10. They have 10 now. So let's see if they can.
No, they need 20. They have 45 out of 65.
Oh, you're right. They need 20. You're totally right. That tells you how tired I am.
Yeah, well, it's been a long day. We've had quite a few issues today, so...
It's midnight on the East Coast, so I apologize in advance for
That's
my
fair.
terrible mathematics skills.
It's caster math. Remember? Don't worry about it.
Caster math.
Caster
I
math.
like that.
You can't give me credit for that. I think it was Solid Jake that came up with that one. We can't be expected to be experts at everything.
Very true. Very true. A lot of poking. You know, I think now are they going to go turn in?
Probably.
Enough. There we go. They just hit 20. Just hit 20. So yeah, they've been counting. They've been doing a better job of counting than I have.
ETC though, if he gets a good mosh in here, it could be all over. They're trying to turn in without giving themselves away. It's kind of an interesting dance that's going on. Droplets has 46 coins. Or gems.
Oh, they just managed to turn in before. That's
Yeah,
okay though.
They
That's
really
okay,
need
though.
this though. Yeah.
Right. This is King of Blades' game to lose. They're way ahead. You know, they have all their forts. New Phalem only has 2. Of course, you know, 17 minutes in, the Web Weavers are going to be stronger on this wave than the previous ones. But
Yep.
we'll see. I don't think King of Blades is going to allow them to get too much of a foothold.
No, I doubt it. King of Blade's very good at defending things. We've seen him do it all evening. But you never know. This could be the comeback. If they are going to come back, they need to do it soon. King of Blades is at level 19. They're 2 levels ahead. When they hit 20, that will be a very difficult fight.
True, and also they didn't do a good job of clearing their lanes. The Web Weavers in the top and bottom lane are pretty far back.
Yeah, well, they knew they either had to... they could either clear their lanes and then try and get the Web Weavers, which they probably wouldn't be able to get. You can, if you hit tab, you can see how many gems everybody has. So they probably thought, no, we just need to get it right away as soon as we can, put the pressure on.
Right. So the Web Weaver in top lane already died. I'm assuming to the catapult unit from the regular.
Right, there's quite a bit of extra damage coming in from the catapults there.
Yeah, so and then the bottom lane got taken out as well. So the Web Weavers didn't do too much, but New Phalem is trying to push there into the top lane.
Right. I'd like to point out Risen Bane has just been owling like every time it comes up. There's another one. Every time Owl is on cooldown or is done with its cooldown, it goes out.
And so now this wave at the 19-minute mark, again, more powerful than the one we just witnessed, and I think that their objective is probably going to be to take down the middle fort.
They are 20. Their opponents are 18 and a half. Their objective may be to win at this
Push
point.
for the core? It's possible.
The middle fort is already pretty damaged, or fairly damaged, and there's no walls or any real defenses left.
I think if they can pick up 2 kills, they'll probably go for the fort. They need the 2.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They have been getting kills consistently, though. They are up 13-3 kills, so...
Right.
And
Finish
here
is
we
going
go.
in. Almost. Oh, Retribution gets the Divine Shield. Mosh Pit picks up just Sonya by himself. There's the Mosh.
Yep, but he
enough.
goes down very fast. And so much is
Nice.
going on that my computer is deciding to have
Yeah,
issues.
there was a lunar flare that landed on Fumgor, and so that was able to take him out.
Yeah, excellent play there by them. They killed 2. Diablo died, but he's going to be back. He's already on the map. He's halfway here.
And as I mentioned, they just need to pick up the 2, and I think that's all they need now.
Yeah, it
think
looks
they
like they're
should-
going to go for this bottom keep. They're playing the long game, it looks like. They're not going to go straight for core. They're just
Well,
going to
Big
get
Goat
this
is a
bottom
little low, right? So they don't want to get too greedy. They also were probably waiting for Panucci to show up as well.
Right. But it looks like they're backing off. Looks like they don't want it. But you know what they do want?
The boss, yeah, the boss will finish it.
They want this guy. That big old dog-like, spider-like boss.
And Noob Phalem knows it too.
Yeah, unfortunately, is there anything they can do about it? Because I don't think so.
Well, they just hit 20, so they're on the same talent tier. And here comes ETC. The owls are going out though, so they know it's coming. I think they're just a little bit too slow.
Yep. ETC taking a stun, but nothing coming of it. Panucci just kind of stuck up here. Oh, Death Metal coming out and stopping Sonya from assisting her team. That root on Uther. Divine Shield, though, able to get him out of there. I think he's still going down. But he does have 20, which means he will be back shortly if he goes down. He is still up. Excellent ball on Diablo, stopping him from using his heroic ability.
They're probably going to be able to take out the boss. But again, they just lost 3,
Yes.
so it's GG.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the game here. Yep, that'll be it. And it looks like King of Blades is our champion for week 1 of Season 3.
Week 1, yes. Well earned. Well earned. They deserve it. They fought for it tooth and nail. And huge congratulations to them.
Yeah, definitely. Love to see them win, of course. A lot of the players we've seen before on other teams or have been here playing. Excuse me, playing just for fun. We've seen them, play in all sorts of things. So it's awesome to see them finally get a win, or not finally, I guess get a win here.
Right.
Noob, though, their team played spectacularly. I was impressed. I hadn't heard anything about them previously, and then all of a sudden, here they are, and they're toe-to-toe with King of Blades. That was great. That was a great
That's
showing.
true, absolutely, and that's what I love about the Random CS Nexverse Championships. Anyone can sign up, anyone can join, and even if you're missing 1 or 2 people, we will help you find other people to join up. We do have free agents. Usually, we can find someone to help fill out your team. So, come join us at randomcs.com. Sign up. And who knows? You might be in the finals next week.
Yeah, you could. You surely could. Like you said, free agents are welcome. We'll even make a free agent team. We had 1 free agent team tonight. And some other teams, if they're missing a person, they'll pick up a free agent if they need one. But if you have a group of 5 friends, you're welcome to sign up as your own team, make up your own crazy name. The names are half the fun, actually.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, it is quite late, so I'm going to have to sign off here. I do want to mention real quick, if you want to hear more from me, hit me up on Twitter at ChronoCloud, KRONOCLOUD. Also, come check out Geeks Worldwide at thegww.com. We have lots of content on video games, anime, comic books, and Heroes of the Storm. As a matter of fact, we're looking for more Heroes of the Storm writers, so feel free to hit us up if that is something you'd be interested in.
Yeah, definitely. Their website is fantastic. So go check them out. Of course, I'm Captain Cardone. You can find me on Twitter at Captain Cardone. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. So if you want to do that in the afternoons, evenings, come check me out. Me and a buddy of mine just play Heroes for fun because we don't care. We're just having fun. If you can't have fun with it, what's the point, right? So
Absolutely.
So that's what we do. And again, if you want to get involved, go to randomcs.com, and I'm sure our admins will be posting links in the chat for you guys to sign up for next week's tournament as well. That's on Battlefy. You can find it on there just doing a search. And we hope to see you in the Nexus.
Absolutely. Till next time.
See ya.
Have a good one.